And a pleasant good evening. Welcome to the Panther Pit as we get set for Mountain 6 Conference football in the spring. Good evening, I'm George Young alongside Byron McClure, our sideline analyst Mike Wood. The boys are back after a 16-and-a-half-month hiatus. That's the last time that the Panthers have been here at the Panther Pit, and it has been a long wait, but we are finally here. And the excitement, even though it's limited capacity at the Panther Pit tonight, you can feel it in the air. The cheerleaders, as you can see on the field, a little shaky there, but they are getting ready to welcome on the Panthers to the field. And we've got a great pregame show coming up in the next 10 minutes, 7 o'clock kickoff. We're going to be joined by the head man, Josh Brooks, here in just a few moments, and then we'll head down and check in with Mike Wood for the live toss of the coin. But, Byron, real quickly, been a long time coming, and it just feels great to be back here at the Pit.
It felt really odd not having high school football in our lives this fall. I think we all can agree on that. It feels odd to be sitting here in March calling a high school football game. But this is our reality, and this is what our normal is right now. And I'm so thankful that these kids are getting a chance to play. It's a little different. All the rules and everything that you got to abide by, coming in the stadium with a mask and all that kind of stuff. I'm like everybody else. That's it's bothersome, but it's where we're at right now. I'm thankful these kids are getting a chance to play.
Absolutely. Got about 10 minutes until we'll kick this one off. All right, fans, stay with us on the pregame show. Josh Brooks is coming up here on FPSN. And welcome back, fans, as we count down to kickoff. George Young here on the field with the head man of the Panthers. Josh Brooks joins us here in the pregame. And I tell you, it's been 16 and a half months since you've been here at the Panther Pit. And I know, just like the fans, just like me, you guys, coaches, players are just beaming with excitement to be here tonight.
Well, so many times in sports, it's all about how the end result turns out. And honestly, tonight's not about that. It's about what you said, George. It's about the fact that these young men get a chance to play a game that we love to coach, a game they love to play, and a chance to play against another team. And our fans get to be here to watch, and the family. So we're going to try to enjoy the next 48 minutes as much as we've enjoyed anything for the last 16 months.
It's been a long time. You had 2 games coming in. It's a new season as the Mountain 6 Conference slate starts here tonight, Coach. 1-1, you lost 1. Played it all in a week, though. Kind of hard to judge.
Well, the biggest thing that I took from that week was that our kids played extremely hard. The effort at practice, the effort on the field has just been tremendous. Anybody that watched those 2 games, whether it was on live stream or whether they were there in person, could never question our kids' effort. And if we get that same kind of effort tonight, we'll give ourselves a chance. We got to somehow cut down on the turnovers and create some for ourselves. And I just want us to have a chance as this thing tightens up towards the 3rd and 4th quarter, and let's see how they can handle some pressure. I'm not worried about our kids. We're going to pour our hearts out tonight, and how that final score turns out, we'll care about it. But at the end of the day, we just want to get a chance to play and play it as hard as we can.
Well, Coach, I know you got to run. Thanks for joining us here in the pregame.
Thank you, George.
Josh Brooks joining us. Stay with us, fans. More to come as we count down to kickoff.
Sports Zone is your everyday low-price sporting goods supplier. We have the sports gear every athlete needs to be successful, from cleats, equipment, and protective gear to complete uniform sets. We even offer screen printing, laser engraving, and embroidery, as well as custom alterations and sublimated printing right here in Franklin. Don't race out of town to find the performance gear you need. We've lowered our prices throughout the store to give you the opportunity to shop local and score big. See you at Sports Zone.
Located at 461 Highlands Road in Franklin, Carolina Junction Power Equipment is your local stop for lawnmowers, blowers, chainsaws, weed eaters, and all parts and accessories. Carolina Junction Power Equipment is also your local power sports dealer. They sell Can-Am side-by-sides and ATVs, plus have a full service shop for all of your power equipment and power sport needs. Give them a call at 828-369-9655 or come by today to see the largest selection of inventory around. Planning a kitchen or bathroom remodel? The first call you need to make is to Anders Custom Woodworking. Tim Anders specializes in custom cabinetry and granite countertops for kitchens, bathrooms, offices, and entertainment centers. from the large kitchens to the smallest bathrooms. Anders Custom Woodworking will make sure your specific needs are met. Give Tim Anders a call at 828-342-4222 for a free estimate today.
We're coming for everyone this year.
Hi, everybody, and welcome in to another night of Franklin Panther football.
Yes, sir.
Complete.
It's good to just go out there and win.
Welcome back, fans. Get closer and closer to kickoff here at the Panther Pit tonight. 6 minutes, 40 seconds. Cheerleaders are welcoming in all the fans that are made their way into the stands. The Hendersonville Bearcats are making their way on to the field to the left of our position. Panthers have yet to make their way onto the field. Glad that you are with us for some spring football here at the Panther Pit. And the field is definitely in its winter hibernation, Byron.
Yeah, it is. Definitely in the winter hibernation. And it's going to see some use right here in a short amount of time, some real extensive use. And like you said, unfortunately, with a Bermuda turf like this, it's dormant. Any kind of damage to it can't be quickly recovered. It's going to be July or August before this field starts to fill in. So we could see by the time this football season's over with, there could be a lot of black out there with the white dormant grass.
Been a couple of games that have been played, middle school games, on this field here in the spring, and I was out walking on the field, getting the interview there with Josh Brooks. It's in pretty good shape. They've cut it pretty low to the ground.
Yeah, it is in good shape. And to be honest with you, with what has been on it so far, I expected the middle of the field, 30 to 30 between the hashes to be a little bit more bumpy than what it is, but it looks good. They've got a nice big bright red F there in the middle of the field. You know how these Brooks guys do it. They do a great job of taking care of this field.
Let's talk football, Byron. 2 games are in the books, a win and a loss for the Panthers, a win and a loss for the Hendersonville Bearcats as well. I know a lot of Bearcat fans are joining us. Go ahead and warn you, we're pretty partial, though, to the other Paul on the right there in the corner of your screen. But both these two teams come in with the same record. Win for the Panthers in the opening week, just like for the Bearcats. And both teams lost last week, Franklin to Murphy and Hendersonville to Mount Heritage. Both of those two programs, Mount Heritage and Murphy, are perennial powers in their division.
Yeah, and Hendersonville's, we might be the same in terms of record, but you're certainly going to see 2 different approaches to the game tonight, George. Just in reviewing the stats here, quarterback Gavin Gosnell for Hendersonville, he's put it in the air 69 times this year already. So they like to throw it around. By contrast, Chris McGuire's thrown it about 25 times. Evan Klatt, he's going to run it as many times as Gavin Gosnell's going to throw it. So certainly 2 different styles tonight on the field.
Last week for the Panthers, I watched the game on the live stream, and what I was able to see, the camera work wasn't great, but what I was able to see throughout that broadcast was a Panther team that early on in that game held their own, and if one break went the Panthers' way, I think it could have turned out a little different. I know the score kind of got away, and Gentry was throwing the ball late in the game, and they got a couple of late touchdowns, but it was neck and neck until about the midway point of the third quarter.
I got to tell you, it reminded me of what I miss being up here in the booth, because Mike Wood and I had the opportunity to roam the sidelines last week. And I got to tell you, Panther fans, for those of you watching it at home or listening on radio, for a quarter and a half, we were some vintage Franklin football. We brought the fight, and our fans were pumped up and ready to go. And I can tell you, we didn't see a whole lot of that last year. Couple big plays there toward the end of the first half and into the second half, sort of set us back, broke our will a little bit, had some things go their way.
All right, let's head down for the lob toss of the coins.
Tails. So you just call this loud enough for my partner to hear it and the home captain to hear you. Okay, here we go.
Tails is called.
Heads it is. That means Franklin wins the toss. They will defer.
Chris McGuire, captain for Coach Josh Brooks.
Put your back over there.
Franklin won the toss and has elected to defer to the second half. Captain for Coach Jim Sosby, Alex Lemons, a familiar name. In fact, he was out on the basketball court just about a week ago on the state championship level as Hendersonville fell to Farmville Central last Saturday.
And Alex had a great game. I watched the whole thing. He did a wonderful job inside there for the Bearcats.
You see the big banner that the Panthers are about to run through as Mike Wood, you saw him on that shot at midfield with the toss of the coin. Mike, it's been a long time. I know you're glad to be back here at the pit.
Boy, it feels great down here, George. You know, we got a little pregame speech from the coach. Watch Matt Bradley do a little defense recall. Kids are fired up. It's all about respect tonight. That was the word in the locker room tonight, respect. You know, last year they whooped us pretty good. They're on our home field. The kids are ready to go. Now, obviously, you know, as you guys talked a little bit, they got some speed going on. But we've got a game plan, hopefully, to stop that. And then Panthers are going to try to control the ball a little bit, keep it on the ground, get that clock spinning, and hopefully put a few scores in the end zone.
Yeah, that's the recipe. And Hendersonville, for a number of years, has run the up-tempo offense, and that's what Coach Sosby has brought over the mountain here tonight. But talking with the coaching staff, talking with the players, a lot of confidence coming into this game.
They do, and like I said, that couple of quarters we watched last week, Mike could echo this. That was a ton of confidence. It was just a total opposite from a team, you know, a year and a half ago that we saw. Very young, inexperienced, and a little bit shy, to be honest with you. We never brought the fight through 11 games that year, and the other night we did. And had a great showing at Hayesville, too.
Yeah, and talking to the coaches this week in the past couple of weeks, kind of getting ready for the broadcast and learning the players and what the scheme is going to be this year, all the coaches kind of say the same thing. Every kid is given everything he has, whether he's high talent, low talent, middle talent. He says the coaches, the players this year are just giving everything they have.
Eric Munoz will tee it up for the Panthers to kick it away. Back deep to receive for the Bearcats, Tristan Pickerton. He stands back at his 6-yard line, along with Dorian Allen, as Munoz gets the signal. And we've got football here in the spring at the Panther Pits. Dancing at about the 15, cutting the corner 20. Dorian Allen is knocked out of bounds at about the 22-yard line. To have an injured Panther at about the 10-yard line. I can't grab the number. Is that Krupe?
First man down, I think, got thrown for a loop there by the little toss back. Some backyard football, Mike Wood.
Yeah, I think they definitely wanted to get in the hands of that back there, and looks like he made a quick cut there, maybe some kind of a knee injury there, Byron. That is Krupe, I believe, isn't it, guys?
Does look like Seth Krupe, number 3.
Yeah, number 3, and they're going to take a look at Krupe here, and gives us a chance to give some shout-outs, Byron.
Absolutely. Billy Van Hook brought this up. Want us to give a shout-out to a couple of local businesses here for their pregame and postgame meal contributions to Panther football. That's Chick-fil-A, The Factory, Little Caesars, Bojangles, McDonald's, and the folks in the Franklin High School cafeteria. Thank you so much for your contributions there. Pre- and post-game meals for Panther football.
A lot of excitement on the kickoff. It's not the way you want to start a game, but we've got an extended injury time out here. So we're going to take a quick break and come back, and we'll get the first play of the ball game here in just a few moments. Hang with us on FPSN.
Whenever you're ready.
Taxes for 25.
I think we got it.
Just let me get into character.
Really, it's just.
Taxes for 25.
By Jove, it's taxes for 25.
Taxes for $25.
At 1040.com, file your taxes online for $25. No complicated pricing tiers. Just one flat rate for everyone. State returns included.
Welcome back. First play from scrimmage for the Hendersonville Bearcats as they will spread the field. 4 wide set on first down. Pressure is on. Ball's a dead duck. Is it behind the line of scrimmage, or was it a pass? Incomplete. It was incomplete, and it's going to bring up second down.
Guys, I think you're really going to see the Panther defense try to set a tone here, Mike Wood.
That was the theme in the locker room before the game. They're going to get after him tonight. Not going to sit back and wait and deal with this speed. They're coming at him. See what happens.
Gosnell was waiting for one of his receivers to come open. And as he was passing that one, it just went straight up in the air. That's why I couldn't tell if it was a fumble or an incomplete pass. Gosnell going to heave one far side. Caught at about the 30-yard line. Tristan Pekerton is going to be about 3 yards shy of the line to gain. Third down and a couple.
Not a bad-looking arm there on Gosnell. He's 32 for 69 attempts through 2 games, averaging about 15 yards a catch.
The junior for Coach Soulsby. Once again in the gun is Gosnell. Had some movement, and that'll be a free 5 yards for the Hendersonville Bearcats. 30% the capacity in high school stadiums in the state of North Carolina. That'll move the chains. It'll be a first down for Hendersonville. They have put some temporary stands in the end zone. That's where the band is set up. First and 10 at the 36. Gosnell drops deep. Now going to take off. Look to fire. Has the receiver open. Caught 50. Dancing. And out of bounds at about the 35. Dorian Allen will pick up a first down for the Bearcats as they attack into Panther territory now.
You know, Mike, it's easier to do this now since we're on TV, easier than radio. But for those at home, Hendersonville offense is using every square inch of the line of scrimmage and down, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
A mark it at the 32 officially. But again, they're going to spread the field. 4 wide set for Gosnell. Got a fake take right up the middle. Gosnell for a couple. On the read option, Gosnell going to gain about 4 yards. Going to bring up second and 6.
Burger on the tackle.
Glad that you're with us. YouTube Live, Facebook Live. Go ahead and share the post. If you're on Facebook, you can share our YouTube as well on Facebook. Subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't already, and like our Facebook page. 3 games here in the fall that we'll broadcast on the Franklin Panther Sports Network. Firing the flat, incomplete, is jumping the route, almost picking it off Chris McGuire. Allen was the intended man. He's going to bring up third down and about 6 now for the Bearcats.
Guys, one person who stood out last week for us, and Mike, you'd agree with this, Chris McGuire looked really quick, really fast last week at Murphy.
Also, a quarterback is McGuire, playing on the defensive side. A lot of two-way players on this Panther squad. 3rd and 6, Gosnell. Hands right up the middle, close to the first down. We'll see if Jalen Gaines gained enough.
And on that note, you talk about Evan Klatt, who's going to carry the football for us 20, 25 times a game. He's also our second leading tackler tonight playing on the Panther defense.
Not enough. It's going to be a 4th down and a long half yard, maybe a full yard, as Gosnell barks at the line of scrimmage. He'll shift Gaines right to left. Going to hand to Gaines. And he's going to pick up the first down as he is going to be stopped at the 20-yard line. That'll move the sticks for the Bearcats.
Mike, one of the people that I know the defensive coaches were excited about getting back in a Panther uniform was number 31, Brandon Berger. So watch out for him tonight. He was held out of action the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, they say that kid's tough as nails, Byron.
On first down, Gosnell going to fire it in the flat. A low catch going to be received by Mills. And that's going to be a gain of about 4 for Fabian Mills. Brings up a second down.
Not one of the more direct throws from Gosnell, but Grant Adams having to give so much respect there. You know, he couldn't get back in time to knock that pass away.
Gosnell going to roll to the far side as a receiver. Tiptoes. Did he get a foot in? It looks like he did. That's Fabian Mills. They're going to mark him out of the 5. It's 1st and goal now for the Bearcats. A methodical drive, just pecking away here, guys.
It seems to me like Hendersonville has ditched the downfield stuff and trying to go for the quickies, Mike.
Yeah, they feel like they had the edge on the edge.
Gosnell kept it on the read option.
So working on the game plan this week, Byron. We worked the dink and dunk, the quick outs, the quick zips, all that. The corner should be playing pretty tight. Had a great week of practice.
Gavin Autry on the tackle there, guys. He comes into tonight's game with 16 tackles on the season. He is certainly a leader on this football team. We asked who the leader was, and that was the first name that popped up, if I'm not mistaken.
4 wide set on 2nd and goal from the 3-yard line. Looking at the sideline. Gosnell now going to send a man in motion. Hands to Gaines. And he is fighting forward, and it's pushed back, maybe a yard for Jalen Gaines, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and goal now from the 2-yard line.
Big 50, Cameron Cocker. Did I say that right?
Cameron Cody.
Yeah, Cody. He dominated there in the middle right there, the big center. He shoved him off and stopped that run.
Keegan Pollock also in the mix. He's playing linebacker for the first time with all the injuries we've had right there, so he's in a new position.
Man, it does look like a war zone in that locker room. There's a ton of crutches and Band-Aids.
3rd and goal. Towards the end zone. And in for the score, we will check the marker. The quarterback, Gavin Gosnell, got across the goal line, but what's the flag?
Looks like a little movement on the right side of the line to my eyes. I'm right down here in the end zone. What'd you see, Byron?
I think it was too. I think it's on that right side. Farthest away from us.
The official will give us the call here. May have a replay.
Uh-oh.
There's the replay.
They called sideline warning there?
Touchdown is good. The official does have a mic, but obviously it's not working. The touchdown is good for Gosnell, and the Hendersonville Bearcats strike first in this game. 7:03 to go, waiting the extra point. Not a lot of fanfare for that touchdown. We've got to kind of get used to that because of the way things are set up here in this pandemic. The fans are not encouraged to stand. It's in the rule book. I kid you not. Up and good. The extra point makes it 7-0. Hendersonville, as we head to break on YouTube Live and Facebook Live, this is the Franklin Panther Sports Network.
Sports Zone is your everyday low-price sporting goods supplier. We have the sports gear every athlete needs to be successful, from cleats, equipment, and protective gear to complete uniform sets. We even offer screen printing, laser engraving, and embroidery, as well as custom alterations and sublimated printing right here in Franklin. Don't race out of town to find the performance gear you need. We've lowered our prices throughout the store to give you the opportunity to shop local and score big. See you at Sports Zone.
Hendersonville, a methodical drive. They took almost half of the quarter. And they punch it in on a 3rd down and goal run by the quarterback, Gavin Gosnell, to strike first in this Mountain 6 Conference opener. George Young, Byron McClure, Mike Wood, our sideline analyst, as the Bearcats kick it away to the Panthers. Some issues as Pollock going to pick it up in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. 1st and 10 for the Panthers at the 20-yard line. You thought that the Panthers would be the team that would methodically drive it down the field and run a lot of time off the clock, but Hendersonville, they say, hey, we can do it too.
Spread it out, didn't really go deep after a while, just sort of throwing it east and west and letting their players make plays. Got inside the red zone and let Gosnell do some work.
Chris McGuire, the signal caller for Coach Josh Brooks. He's under center on first down. A quick handoff to Klatt. And Klatt going to gain about 3 yards. It'll bring up second down.
And we'll hear a lot of Evan Klatt's name tonight.
2nd and 7. Gain of 3. Klatt is right behind McGuire. On second down. McGuire fakes the handoff. Nice move in the backfield as he shakes one defender. And McGuire able to gain about 2, maybe 3 yards. It's going to bring up a 3rd and short. Well, we'll call it 3rd down at about 5 for the Panthers.
Bring up about 3rd and 5.
Evan coming into tonight's game, he had 45 carries, just under 200 yards on the season, 198.
McGuire able to get out of bounds. That'll stop the clock with 6:20 left. 3rd and 5. Adams goes in motion on a play fake. McGuire being chased and fires low and incomplete to his intended receiver. That was Grant Adams. So 3 and out on the opening possession for the Panthers. They'll have to punt it away.
Under a lot of pressure there from Ellison Hunter, sophomore defensive end for the Bearcats.
Back to punt things away for the Panthers is Chandler Crawford. He's a senior. And Dorian Allen stands back to receive that punt for the Bearcats. Going to be a high one. And got a hit. Take a Panther roll. Allen thought about scooping it up. Thought better. And it's going to be marked down at about the 28. Nice punt for Chandler.
Chandler didn't make the trip last week either. Good to have him back out there. Not a bad punt. You factor in the distance it traveled on the ground, George. All things considered, that's a pretty good way to flip the field right there.
Pretty good scoop by Chandler, though, too. The snap was a little short, bounced it up like a shortstop and kicked it well.
Gavin Gosnell, the signal caller again, going to spread it out. A 4-wide set on first down. Gosnell now going to be flushed out.
Stay with him. Stay with
Gosnell
him.
Shakes a couple of defenders. Heaves one, going to be complete. 35, cutting across the field to about the 40-yard line is Keyshawn Smith. Smith was probably his 5th or 6th target on that play. But he got open and picked up a first down for the Bearcats at the 40.
Mike, got to say, kid's got a lot of composure. He'll hang on to that thing, run, stop, see if he can set something up. Pretty good quarterback.
Yeah, you can tell the game seems slow to him. You know, some quarterbacks, not much experience. It seems fast and hasty. He seems real calm and cool. You can tell his head's wobbling, looking at all the receivers, seeing which one he wants.
Gaines on a wing to Gosnell's right as he receives the snap. Gosnell looks. Now going to take off. And gain a couple.
On the keeper.
See where they mark him out of bounds. Going to stop the clock. Got 5:12 left here in the opening quarter. Glad that you're with us, George Young, Byron McClure, Mike Wood. Been a long time since we've been here at the Panther Pit. October 25th was the last game of 2019 on the varsity side.
Mike, big number 65, Maddox Waldrop, checking into the game. We heard some good things about him and his work ethic today.
Man, that was some good news. Showing up every morning at 6, working with Jacob Davis, offensive line coach, getting stronger, bigger, faster.
Gosnell going to swing it out, incomplete. He was looking upfield, was Smith, and didn't watch that ball all the way into his hands. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 7 for the Bearcats.
I got to say, it's good to see Ty Hanley on the field this week. He's got that hand bandaged up. We were just about for sure. Dr. McClure and Dr. Wood had Ty Hanley with a broke hand last week at Murphy. It turns out it's just a deep bone bruise, which I know does not feel any better, but he is in uniform and playing tonight.
And what's that, 3 games in 11 days, Byron?
That's right.
3rd down and long for the Bearcats. Gosnell looks to fire. Got to heave one, and it is incomplete. Trying to hit Allen at about the 30, went through his hands. There were 2 Panthers in the area. They went up, and it sailed over their head. 4th down, and here comes the punting unit for the Bearcats. So the defense for the Panthers will stall that Bearcat offense that went methodically down the field in their opening possession.
I'd taken my eyes off the ball, taken my eyes off the receiver, and was watching Grant Adams because I noticed he thought he had a bead on that ball for just a second. I thought he was going to pick it off.
So it's going to be Lemons that will punt it away for the Bearcats. Skips it up to him, does the long snapper. It's a decent punt out of there. And now we've got a flag back at the site where Lemons punted that one away. Is it going to be a 15-yarder or a 5-yarder? Is it going to be running into the punter or the personal foul? Because if it's just a 5-yarder, it'll still be 4th down.
Cameron just couldn't stop himself. Did a great job getting back there, but not a great snap again. And a good job by Lemons to even get it scooped up. But Cameron was smelling blood, Mike Wood. He was coming after it.
Yeah, he was.
I think this is just going to be a running into the kicker. They're talking to Coach Jim Sosby, the head man for the Bearcats. Running into the kicker. I mean, 5-yarder. So it's going to be 4th and 2. Here's the replay. We may not have caught the running in part. Yeah. We were panning away as that running into the kicker took place. Are they going to go for it? Looks like they're going to go for it.
Josh Brooks pretty hot. He just went from getting the ball to having an offense that's hard to stop with another chance.
They'll spread the field on 4th and 2. Now we've got some whistles on the near side.
It's like play clock?
Yep.
Okay. All right, so they punted on 4th and 7 first time. What will they do here?
Coach Sosby's asking for an explanation there. Got a shot of him. Want to send a shout out to our great camera operators. Sometimes some folks get in their way, though, because the positions that we are not the best here at the Panther Pit. Christine and Phillip running cameras for us.
Great work.
So they're going to punt it. Lemons will get it out of there. No rush this time. And it's going to roll inside the 20 and eventually be downed at the 13-yard line. So the Panthers will be pinned pretty deep. Second offensive possession. 4:42 left here in the opening quarter.
That last little bounce or two that we let go cost us about 10 yards.
Panther will take over on the 14-yard line.
Start on the 14.
Be 1st down.
So McGuire and company will send 2 receivers, one to the right, one to the left, and McGuire going to set up in the gun for the first time in this game as Klatt gets the call, turns the corner to about the 17-yard line. Klatt about 4 on 1st down, and as long as you stay on schedule in this Josh Brooks offense of 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, it sets up a lot more as you go into 2nd and 3rd down.
It's just so hard to get to the corner, guys, with a team against a team with this much speed. So going to have to execute there at those blocks on the first level. We're going to have to be Going to have to be meaningful, giving Clatt a chance to get turned upfield.
McGuire is under center on second down as Adams goes in motion. Got a hand to Clatt. And the scrum. Klatt's going to push forward. Flag comes in late. He's close to the line to gain, which was the 25-yard line. We'll check the marker. Feels like the wind's picking up out there, Mike. Do I hear it on your mic?
Yeah, it definitely is. I'm down here in the end zone behind the offense, and it's picked up a couple miles an hour. Hey, that was a nice hole right there on the left side. The opposite side linebacker came over and made the play, but the initial hole was a really good hole for Clatt.
Will be a face mask or? Yeah, face mask. Mike's that wind blowing some rain in?
No, sir. Dry down here.
Okay.
We've had many a game in the rain, though, haven't we?
Yeah, buddy. Difference being you usually got your gear, though. I don't think you have it tonight.
Not tonight. It's dry. I checked the weather.
Clock starts to move as we are closing in on 3.5 left in the opening quarter. And right up the middle in the scrum goes Ty Hanley. He'll make his way up to about the 40-yard line.
You know, we mentioned Ty last week, had a good game. Him and Davis Anders, the other sophomore, they had a big assignment last week, Mike, going up against the big University of Florida football recruit, and did a good job.
It looks like they were having fun doing it, a little chirping and high-fiving. It was fun. Fun to watch.
2nd and 9, only a gain of a yard for Hanley. Clatt gets leveled at about the 40. No gain on 2nd down. That's going to bring up a 3rd and long now.
Alex Lemon's in on the play once again. Kid gets around. Got good feet. Got good feet for a kid his size. Got great feet on the basketball court, George. You know that. You've watched him.
Yeah, and that's one thing that we didn't really discuss a lot in the pregame. Hendersonville, their basketball program, made it to the state championship game, and so some of the players, obviously, crossover, just like the Panthers. Fired incomplete as McGuire was trying to hit Keegan Pollock. It was a perfect pass, but he couldn't haul it in. Going to bring up 4th down and 9, and here comes the punting unit.
Keegan was starting one thought before he finished the last one. Was ready to make that move, Mike, before he had the ball in his hands.
Crawford back in punt formation.
It's going to be Chandler Crawford back deep to punt things away for the Panthers, and it's Dorian Allen that stands back at his 24-yard line awaiting the punt from Crawford. Again, a low snap. He's going to get it out of there. A nice spiraling kick. A lot of hang time. Hits at the 25. Another nice roll for the Panthers, and it's going to be down at the 14-yard line. A great punt, guys.
Chandler Crawford doing his job tonight, Mike Wood.
Yes, sir. That had a nice spiral, and that was a little against the wind. Got to get that snap up a little bit, though. He's had 2 short hops.
Hey, I did want to mention, guys, we haven't mentioned it yet, but I believe I see back on the field for the first time this year, number 47, big Philo Sequoia, who suffered a dislocated knee in the early practices and is just now back on tonight.
Man, his brother was a Hoss Mason, wasn't he?
Yes, sir.
Fun to watch.
On 1st down, gain of a couple for Jalen Gaines. He's going to bring up a 2nd and 6, gain of 4 for the Bearcats as we approach a minute and a half left to the opening quarter. If you just joined us, Bearcats took the opening drive of this game, and with the 7:03 mark on the clock, punched it in on a 3rd down and goal play. Quarterback Gosnell able to punch it in. Being chased and going down. Joel Christner has checked in for Gavin Gosnell, who quarterbacked the previous 2 possessions for the Bearcats. Don't know what happened to Gosnell, but Christner is going to be sacked all the way back at the 15-yard line. They're going to mark it. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 9 as we tick under 45 seconds left in the opening quarter.
Ty Hanley on the tackle there.
Exchange issue. Was it a fumble? That's the question. Here comes the beanbag. It's going to be Panther football.
Guys, I'm really curious about what's happened with Gavin Gosnell. I didn't see anything earlier.
Yeah.
Christner, a kid who actually starts on that state championship basketball team as well. But you could tell when he came in, I didn't know we had changed, but you saw the confusion there.
Here's the replay. Yeah, never got into the belly of the running back. Popped right out.
And you got to remember, 6 days ago, Joe Christner was the starting power forward in a state championship basketball game.
We're back to live action. Evan Klatt down to about the 5-yard line. One thing we knew coming into this ball game, the turnover bug has been the issue last year in 2019 and in the game last week. A number of fumbles, a couple of interceptions.
Sure.
You knew that if you're a Panther fan, that if you could win the turnover battle, you've got a chance. We'll see if they get this playoff before the end of the quarter. It doesn't look like they will. 7-0 as we head to the second quarter. Hang with us on YouTube Live and Facebook Live. You're locked into the Franklin Panthers Sports Network.
Located at 461 Highland Road in Franklin, Carolina Junction Power Equipment is your local stop for lawnmowers, blowers, chainsaws, weed eaters, and all parts and accessories. Carolina Junction Power Equipment is also your local power sports dealer. They sell Can-Am side-by-sides and ATVs, plus have a full service shop for all of your power equipment and power sport needs. Give them a call at 828-369-9655 or come by today to see the largest selection of inventory around.
Frustrated by tax filing sites with confusing prices and annoying upsells? At 1040.com, file your taxes for $25. No complicated pricing tiers, just one flat rate. Keep it simple with taxes for $25.
I don't know. I'm down here.
Welcome back, fans. As we had in the break a flag thrown, which is very odd. We're trying to determine exactly what transpired. It was on the Panther side of the field, as now we're walking to the other side. The one other thing we need to note, if you're looking at the sideline, they have extended it from the 10-yard line to the 10-yard line for social distancing on the sideline. So you've got a lot of humanity walking now down past the 20. That was the normal cutoff, but they've extended it 10 yards.
I'm just curious if the person who came up with that idea, because you're going to see look what's happening on your screen. Yeah. The kids all bundle up together like they always have, just deeper down the field. Right. Wonder if it's the same person that decided we're not going to have jump ball in basketball. What do you think?
Or the folks that said, hey, you could attend the games, just don't stand and cheer. You could be in the stands, but we encourage you not to stand. Same rules. Now they're marking it off, guys. It was a penalty against the Panthers.
What was it? Did you get a call?
I think they're fixing to let everybody know here. It's a dead ball, unsportsmanlike on Franklin. So that's going to push it across the 20 to the 21. It's going to be 2nd and 20 now as we begin the second quarter. Klatt's going nowhere.
And that was blown up right up the middle.
Clay Sawtell, he was there waiting on Klatt.
6'2", 195-pound senior. He was there absolutely by the time the ball got put in his belly.
Now a 3rd down and long. It's going to be 3rd and 25.
Not a whole lot of plays in the Panther playbook for 3rd and 25.
But you guys, we've been around Coach Josh 20 years. You know we're 4-down territory here.
Oh, absolutely.
Probably get half of it back here. Oh, he's got him.
Going to the end zone. Pollock through his hands, almost picked off.
Oh, Mike, see if you agree with me here. That ball just fluttered a little bit. The last half of its flight gave that defensive back a little time to get to it, tipped it, and, made it tough on Keegan trying to haul that in.
Exactly. I'm 10 yards from it. It just floated a little bit. He gained some ground, but I don't know if you saw it. It tipped it, and it went right off Keegan's chest.
Yeah.
It would have been a great catch. Tough catch, but.
Isaac Payton.
Oh, kicking one. There we go.
Was the defensive back for the Bearcats that went up and tipped that one. Field goal attempt of 43 yards now.
I saw him at warm-ups, guys. He was booting them this yardage easily in warm-ups, so hopefully, and we're downwind with the Panthers.
Eric Munoz, the junior. Now we've got a whistle and a timeout going to be called. Franklin wants to talk it over, so we'll take a quick timeout as well. Stay with us on FPSN.
Planning a kitchen or bathroom remodel? The first call you need to make is to Anders Custom Woodworking. Tim Anders specializes in custom cabinetry and granite countertops for kitchens, bathrooms, offices, and entertainment centers. From the large kitchens to the smallest bathrooms, Anders Custom Woodworking will make sure your specific needs are met. Give Tim Anders a call at 828-342-4222 for a free estimate today.
Munoz on to attempt now officially a 42-yarder from the near hash. That's the left hash. He's got the distance.
Baby. Oh, wow.
Good.
And it is good.
Wow.
Munoz nails a 42-yard field goal to put the Panthers on the scoreboard. It's 7-3 with 11:09 left here in the second quarter. We'll steal away for a quick timeout. Hang with us on YouTube Live and Facebook Live. You're locked into the Franklin Panther Sports Network.
Why are the prices for filing taxes so confusing? You might file for free or pay over $100. And on some sites, you won't even know until you've entered all the information and survived the upsells. 1040.com is different. File your taxes for $25. One flat rate for both your federal and state taxes takes the guesswork out of filing. That's taxes for $25 at 1040.com.
Franklin about to kick it away after the 42-yard field goal by Munoz. My mistake. He's going to tee it up and kick it away. Showed his leg off. He puts that one going to be gathered in at about the 10-yard line. It's Peterkin. And Peterkin will be chopped down at the 32. Tristan Peterkin just weaving away, trying to find a little bit of a seam, and ended up making it up to the 32. 11:02 left here in the second. And you got on the scoreboard, guys. That turnover looked promising. Then we had some unsportsmanlike penalty in between quarters that really snuffed out that drive. We'll see if the defense can respond. Again, a 4-wide set. They'll send 3 now to this near side. That one is almost picked off. There were more Panthers around it. Gavin Gosnell back into the game, guys.
Because I'm telling you, I thought Klatt had that for a second, and I don't know if it was the Hendersonville receiver or our cornerback that sort of clipped Klatt. Say that 10 times real fast.
There's the receiver, the replay.
Okay. So he just,
We're back to live action. 2nd and 10. Gosnell looks to the far side. Coach Jim Silsby signaling. He'll bark now at the line of scrimmage. Again, it's a 4-wide set. They haven't wavered from that throughout the game. Has the receiver open, caught 40. About the 42-yard line. It's going to be about a 9-yard gain for Peterkin. And it'll bring up a 3rd down and short with 10:38 left and the clock ticking. He didn't get out of bounds.
You spend so much time worrying about that deep ball, Mike. These little underneath throws, just like a slow bleed, isn't it?
That'll be enough for the first down. Diving forward is Jalen Gaines. Again, if you just joined us, Hendersonville spreads it out. You'd think that they'd be a quick strike offense, and they may be in this game, but so far it's been dink and dunk, and a couple of yards here, 3-4 yards there, and they're able to dink and dunk their way down the field on their opening drive. Panthers defense stood tall in the previous couple of drives. Gosnell going to heave one, sideline, caught, and he stepped out of bounds at about the 38. Did Dorian Allen, marking out of bounds there. That'll move the sticks into Panther territory.
Grant Adams on the coverage. Really impressed with the play from that defensive line last week, too. Cameron Cody, Gavin Autry, even
Gosnell going to hand off and going nowhere is Gaines. Runs into a wall at the line of scrimmage, does fall forward for about a yard. Going to bring up a 2nd and 9.
Finish my thought there, Bryce Rogers. I didn't want to cut you off there during the play. But all played really good minutes last week.
Gosnell awaits the snap. Barks at the line of scrimmage. Now going to look to the sideline with 14 on the play clock. He's got plenty of time to change the play. Has a receiver, and it again almost is picked off. They've just been through the hands of the defensive backs tonight. Well, the Panthers.
Look at Kellen Stiles, maybe?
Yeah. It's so far, we're on the other side of the press box, and where that's happening is so far down on the other end. He was trying to hit Fabian Mills. Was Gosnell. We're kind of looking, straining our necks here in this palatial press box we've got. Third down and 9. Gosnell out of the gun. Again, he's barking, and now we've got whistles. It looks like Coach Josh Brooks wants to talk it over here. That's going to be the second charge timeout for the Panthers. And fans, I invite you to look at our scoreboard. The timeouts are on the scoreboard, along with the actual time on the clock here in the stadium, and the first down, second down, third down, fourth down, and distance is on the scoreboard. And even the possession, who's got the possession, is on our scoreboard. All the information that you need is right at your fingertips. 8:55 to go here in the second quarter. Got a good one going here at the Panther Pit. Spring football invades Macon County on this March 12th. You know, we were talking about this at lunch, guys, and ironic, this is the first football game that we have played in over a year at home, 16 and a half months. Today is the day that sports shut down last year.
Yeah, absolutely.
In the state of North Carolina.
We were talking about that day. You're exactly right. It seems real. Unreal. I thought the other day about what the last year has been like for everyone, whether someone lost someone or went through the sickness or lost a job, quarantine. Yeah. What a crazy 12 months.
3rd and 9 out of the timeout. Gosnell again looks to that sideline. He's got a receiver through the hands of his intended man, Peterkin. And again, he looked to turn and cut upfield and didn't watch it into his hands.
And had room, to be honest with you. If he'd have just waited a split second and looked that one in, he had some room to cut it back up the seam there and get first down yardage. But they are consistently throwing to that underneath route, Mike Wood.
Well, they definitely, their strategy, they can beat our players one-on-one is what they feel, obviously, the way they're moving the ball around. 4th
down and long. It's 4th and 9. Gosnell going to heave one, and again through the hands of his intended man. And that'll be a turnover on downs as he was trying to hit Keyshawn Smith right through Smith's hands.
Kellen Stiles on the play there. Him, Grant Adams, everybody on the backside of that defense getting a workout tonight, guys. Let's see if we can find some offensive momentum here.
Panthers take over at their own 34-yard line. Chris McGuire gets the signal and he looks at his wrist. All the offensive players have a wristband with a play. Quick handoff, it's Hanley. Hanley breaks free. Hanley stiff arms it down at the 40. That brings the Panther pit to their feet.
Oh, here's what I know about Ty Hanley, guys. He's going to tell somebody about that for the next 30 seconds.
Just like his daddy.
I love it.
And tomorrow and the next day. I'm sure he'll go back and watch this replay we're about to watch here.
That's highlight stuff.
Oh,
that's
great.
That's good stuff. Great camera work.
Absolutely. 8:27 left into Hendersonville Bearcat territory. The Panthers march. Couple of yards on first down.
A little change of pace there with Stiles carrying the football.
Kellen Stiles, first tote for the junior.
We're going to have a little bit of speed because they're setting that edge pretty good. We're going to have a little bit of speed in that backfield to get around the corner.
That's right.
Under 8 minutes left here at the Panther pit. How big would it be, guys, if Franklin can march down and take a lead in this game and drain about 7 minutes off of the clock? Now McGuire going to take off, and he's going to be chopped down behind the line of scrimmage for a sack. And I don't see number 12 on that on our roster who was on that play.
I know one thing. That's one heck of a play, though. Because Christopher was poised to get some yards right there, guys.
Yeah, he had some brown grass in front of him. Here
brown grass, dead grass. Yeah.
Third down and 10.
But in the pregame speech from Coach Josh, he asked them not even to look at the scoreboard. He said just keep fighting every single down for 48 minutes.
McGuire going to drop in the pocket as a receiver, and it's over the head of Grant Stiles at about the sticks. Fourth down, and most likely they're going to go for it.
Christopher upset with himself. He let that one sail, guys. Upset. He sort of sidearmed that one out there, and it just sort of got away from him. Intended receiver, Grant Adams.
That'll stop the clock. 6:53 left, fourth down. Looks like the punting unit will come on.
We actually did a pretty good job right there. O-line. They showed blitz, danced in and out of the hole.
Davis Anders is back to punt here, and it's going to be a fake. That's why I stopped you there, Byron.
Wow. I like it.
I do. Trying to hit Crawford was Anders, and Hendersonville knew that one was coming. They had two defensive backs around the intended man, Crawford.
Yeah, I'm sure Josh Brooks doesn't care whether or not I like it, but I like it. That's not bad. That's the time to do it. It had me caught off guard because I didn't even notice that was not Chandler back there.
Yeah, I had to make sure that my eyes weren't deceiving me. Because Chandler is 22 and Anders is 12. Hendersonville takes over. Gains right up the guts to about the 46. Get a gain about 8, does Gaines. And it'll be second and short now for the Bearcats. So we tick under 6.5 left here at the second. We've seen a number of passes, and Gavin Gosnell has chunked up, and Panthers have been in the area. We'll see if the defense can pick off Gosnell. He's going deep, has the receiver. It's going to be caught. That's Dorian Allen, chopped down at about the 17. That's a big chunky yardage, the biggest play of the night for the Hendersonville Bearcats.
And to be honest with you, a pretty good play by Dorian Allen. That ball was underthrown, or it looked like from this angle, and he was able to stop and sort of wait on it. Yeah.
And also a nice tackle by Styles tracking him down. Back to action. Inside the 10, inside the 5 to about the 4-yard line. It's going to set up first down and goal now for the Bearcats.
I got to tell you, 5-day-a-week FPSNers, this replay stuff you got going on here, this little scoreboard on the bottom of the screen, that's pretty snazzy, George. Clint?
Hopefully, folks will tune in and like it. That's the goal. That's why I pointed out after watching that mess last week. We've got a whistle, and it looks like another timeout going to be called, and it's Franklin calling the timeout. 5:39 left in the second. Let's take a break here on YouTube Live and Facebook Live. Thanks for locking us in, the Franklin Panthers Sports Network. .539 left in the second. Welcome back. Timeout, last one used for Coach Josh Brooks. Hendersonville has 3 left, as you can see below Hendersonville on your screen on the scoreboard. It's first and goal now for the Bearcats as they try to tack on another score. Their first touchdown came on the opening drive of this ball game. Now we got whistles. The official's going to talk here. I don't think the play clock was set correctly. Now it starts to roll. Hand off. And into the end zone it goes. Jalen Gaines. Touchdown for the Bearcats. With 5:33 to go here in the second. Hendersonville up now 13-3 and awaiting the extra point. As it's going to be Cooper King to attempt the PAT.
King to try the extra point.
King puts his foot into it. And it splits the uprights. 14-3, your new score. Just about 5.5 left here in the opening half. We'll take a break. Hang with us on YouTube Live and Facebook Live. This is the Franklin Panther Sports Network.
Located at 461 Highlands Road in Franklin, Carolina Junction Power Equipment is your local stop for lawnmowers, blowers, chainsaws, weed eaters, and all parts and accessories. Carolina Junction Power Equipment is also your local power sports dealer. They sell Can-Am side-by-sides and ATVs, plus have a full service shop for all of your power equipment and power sport needs. Give them a call at 828-369-9655 or come by today to see the largest selection of inventory around.
Welcome back. Hendersonville about to tee it up and kick it away to the Panthers after that touchdown by Jalen Gaines, and pushes that Hendersonville lead out to 14-3. Teeing it up, it's Cooper King, sophomore kicker. We'll put his foot into it. Going to be a nice kick. And Pollock gathers it in at the 10. Pollock across the 25-30. And still moving. Pollock doesn't want to go down, and finally stopped at about the 37.
Good return by Keegan Pollock, but I think I did see him carrying that football out there away from his body there for just a second. Made me a little bit nervous.
Boy, his daddy was a good player for the Panthers, wasn't he? Quarterback, linebacker, ended up playing at Louisiana Tech, I believe.
Or Monroe. Who was in Monroe? But he,
there you go. Yep.
Great player was Cecil. Not many quarterback linebacker combinations out there,
No.
but he was one of them.
Tough as nails.
McGuire going to send Adams in motion on first down. Quick handoff right up the middle. Hanley going nowhere. Hendersonville able to snuff that one out. Fooled them the first couple of times. That handoff went to Hanley, but they have made some adjustments. Only a yard gain, 2nd and 9. Ticking under 5 minutes left. We've got some stats and analysis at the half, along with a couple of interviews. I want you to stick around for the engaging halftime report, as the pass was complete to Adams, but there to meeting Keyshawn Smith. No gain on the play. 3rd down.
Grant had a blocker in front and was poised to get a few yards on that one. Big play by Keyshawn Smith.
Under 4.5 left in the second quarter. Only 3 games here in the spring that we'll be broadcasting on FPSN tonight, and then April 2nd, April 9th, Pisgah Smoky. Pass going to be complete, but again, going nowhere. Evan Klatt, Hendersonville, looked like they had the playbook on that offensive possession for the Panthers. Is nothing doing, only a yard gained. In fact, they lost that yard. It's going to be 4th down and 10 in the punting unit coming on.
And that's 4 or 5 plays where I can distinctly remember, guys, just that extra step of speed has negated our opportunity there to get a few yards. Didn't have that last week, didn't have it the week before. Certainly a different type of team that we're facing here tonight.
Another bad snap. Able to get it out of there somehow was Crawford, and a great punt. Another great Panther roll to the 12-yard line.
Man, what great work by that kid, huh? He scooped 3 in a row, and that one he had a pressure on him and got it off. Good kick.
Really good. That could have very easily been their football down there about the 25.
Running into the kicker, we've got a flag.
I think it's just a 5, though.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a 5-yarder. Doubt they'll try to re-kick.
Yeah, we're going to wave that off surely, right? I mean, that was a great kick.
If it stands, it's going to pin the Hendersonville Bearcats deep at their own 12-yard line. With 3:17 left. And if you're Coach Josh Brooks and the Panthers, you want a good defensive stand here and not allow any points heading into the locker room, because if you look up at the scoreboard and you're down 17 or 21-3 at the break, that's a tough road to hoe in the second half.
Mentally, it's a lot. Means a lot. But this offense is pretty, like I said, they spread you out.
Yep.
Throw it downfield.
Penalty was declined. On 1st down, again, going to the air, complete to about the 24-yard line is Tristan Peterkin.
Peterson on the reception.
That ball had a little zip on it, Byron.
Yeah, it did. He's had a couple throws like that. I thought it got across the field pretty quickly.
That'll be enough to move the chains. 1st and 10. We tick under 3 minutes left. Gosnell in the gun. Gonna hand to Smith, or check that, Gaines. He's loose. Gaines to the 39-yard line.
Good tackle there by Klatt. That could have been wide open there. He made a nice shoestring tackle.
Yeah, nobody home there. I think Pollock got sucked up in the opposite gap there, and the nobody home. Don't take long when you got wheels like that to get to the second level.
Stacks of receivers as Gosnell going to be flushed out of the pocket. Still looks to fire. Has the receiver incomplete through the hands of his intended man, Dorian Allen.
Klatt in pursuit.
Stops the clock with 2.5 left, second quarter. 2nd and 10 for the Bearcats. Panthers hit the road to Brevard next Friday night. That game will be available on YouTube, BHS Athletics YouTube page. for free. Another 4-wide set on 2nd and 10. Gosnell drops deep. Still looks and going to fire. And it's going to be caught at the 50. That'll be enough for a first down. Fabian Mills secured that one. Gain of 11. And we'll stop the clock with 2:23 remaining in the second. Following week, 2 on the road after 2 to begin the season. Following week, the Panthers head to East Flat Rock to take on the East Henderson Eagles. That'll be on the NFHS Network pay-per-view channel. Trips up top for Gosnell on first down. Got a hand. And again, weaving in traffic, it's Gaines. Gaines tries to cut it out. It'll be chopped down after about 5 yards. Brings up 2nd and 5. April 2nd, Easter weekend, Good Friday, will be here at the pit as Pisgah comes over the mountain and invades the pit. Then the regular season finale will be on April 9th, and we'll have that one here on FPSN, both the Pisgah and Smoky games on YouTube and Facebook. 2nd and 5, Gosnell. Deep drop, scans, diving catch. Did he make it? Yes, he did. Rashid able to dive and secure that one at the 25 for the Bearcats.
We sure could use one of those timely turnovers right here.
Working quickly as the clock continues to roll. Gaines spins out of a tackle, able to gain a couple. Brings up 2nd down and 8 as we tick under 60 seconds left. 2nd down and 7. Gosnell out of the gun. Fakes the handoff, looks to fire. Still looking downfield, gonna just see what he can get. Gosnell dives forward, and he's gonna be about 3 yards shy. 3rd and short for the Bearcats. Clock continues to tick. Doesn't look like Hendersonville wants to call timeout. Now they do.
They got all of them, don't they? Yeah.
28 seconds left, and Hendersonville will call a timeout to discuss this 3rd down and 3. And this is a big down and distance for the Bearcats and a even bigger down and distance for this Panther defense. But if they don't get it, you would assume that they'd go for it on 4th down.
Yeah, they're certainly in 4th down territory. And I know, Mike Wood, you had to scout their kicking game before the football game. What'd you see?
Yeah, it looked pretty solid. He was hitting them from about 35, 38, pretty steady. That is warm up, so that's like the driving range before you play golf, but you never know.
2 timeouts left for the Bearcats, so even if they stay in bounds, don't pick up the first down, they can stop the clock and preserve that game clock. 28 seconds left. Gosnell again will work out of the gun. Being chased. Gonna heave one. And it's incomplete. Looked like he skipped one up to his intended receiver. 4th down and 3, and most likely go for it unless they've got a decent field goal kicker. And looks like they're going to bring the field goal kicker on.
Guys, I got to say real quick, I sort of love the band being down there.
I do too. It really sounds awesome.
It's pretty neat.
Yeah, I don't know if we've gotten a shot of it on our cameras, but the end zone where they're fixing to kick this field goal of 35 yards is where the band is. Kick is away, got the distance, splits the uprights right down the middle. Cooper King nails a 35-yard field goal. So we've had a 42-yard field goal and a 35-yard field goal in this ball game. 19.4 seconds left. Hendersonville tacks on 3 more. It's 17-3. We'll have a kickoff when we come back. Stay with us.
We're coming for everyone this year.
Hi, everybody, and welcome in to another night of Franklin Panther football.
Yes, complete.
it's good to just go out there and win.
Welcome back, fans. The field goal was up and good for Cooper King. The Bearcats tack on 3 more at 17-3 as King is set to kick it away to the Panthers. Pollock going to receive it at about the 12. Pollock hurdles a guy. Pollock, a humongous return across the 50. He's out of bounds at about the 45-yard line with 10 seconds left.
Got to throw a quick out here to give us a chance for a field goal. Oh, that's spotted back a little deeper than what I thought it was.
I'm going to mark it back at the, about the 47. You got 10 seconds left. We'll see what Coach Josh Brooks dials up. Grant Adams goes in motion as McGuire works out of the gun. Going to drop deep. McGuire going to heave one. And incomplete at about the 12-yard line. Trying to hit Pollock. That looked like it just took too long to develop. 4 seconds left.
Incomplete.
And now you really just have a Hail Mary opportunity with 4 seconds left.
Any word on Seth Krupe? Is he down there?
I don't. I'll check with Lynette, but, you know, she's usually tight-lipped on all that. But I did see Miss Krupe down by the locker room.
Final play of the second quarter. McGuire being chased. Now just going to heave it, and it's caught, but the horn is sound. Grant Adams receives it, makes the crowd happy, but that's going to do it for the opening half of action as Franklin and Hendersonville will head into the locker room. One team a little happier than the other. That's the Bearcats, up 17-3. We've got some halftime interviews coming up for you. It looks like they're putting 10 minutes up on the clock, Clinton. We never know how long these halftimes are going to be. So, since they're going to be putting just 10 minutes up on the clock, we'll go ahead. We'll take a break here. And we've got an interview with Buddy Huckabee coming up. Also, Lynn Baker, the cheerleader coach. That's all on the way. Hang with us on FPSN.
Sports Zone is your everyday low-price sporting goods supplier. We have the sports gear every athlete needs to be successful, from cleats, equipment, and protective gear to complete uniform sets. We even offer screen printing, laser engraving, and embroidery, as well as custom alterations and sublimated printing right here in Franklin. Don't race out of town to find the performance gear you need. We've lowered our prices throughout the store to give you the opportunity to shop local and score big. See you at Sports Zone.
Welcome back, fans, here at the half. George Young with you, and we are pleased to be joined by a man that I've talked to for a number of years. It's Buddy Huckabee. He is the band director here at Franklin High School. Buddy, just like everybody, you guys have had a lot of challenges. And one thing, along with coronavirus, that you had that was a challenge that maybe you didn't expect was the rain, right?
Yeah, it pretty much did us in this semester. We were only able, because of Corona, to get together on Monday nights, and we're used to playing 5 days a week for at least an hour and a half a day. Well, CDC regulations only allow us to play for an hour tops, and so within that hour, we're only able to do 1 hour Monday nights. Well, if you look back in the history, the second Monday of January, we were able to get on the field. Every Monday after that was either rain, there was snow before that, there was ice on Sunday. The field was an absolute mud hole. It was ankle to knee-high deep almost in some parts with mud. We just couldn't get on the field, and we lost about 6 to 8 weeks, and just even having just one day a week, there was no way, we could put something together. So we're honestly, though, we're just glad to be back and playing. Well, we've moved into the end zone to try to make the Panther Pit a little more lively, and you can hear our music a little better. And we're really glad just to be back, and just can't wait to get to the end of this. Light at the end of the tunnel, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, so your pep band will be here, not the marching band. And you guys also, along with the pep band and actually traveling on the road with the football team, you guys have some upcoming outdoor concerts, correct?
Yeah, we're not allowed to have anybody inside yet, so I'm trying to work it out so that all of our jazz band concerts, our concert band, symphonic band concerts are here on the track. We can put people in the stands, but the Fine Arts Center's out. And yeah, we are traveling to away games. We're not allowed to travel to away non-conference games. That's why you didn't see us at Murphy and the other one, Hayesville. But starting next week, we're making the trip to Brevard, and we're going to be there to back our Panthers as much as possible.
Well, since it is spring, you're already looking forward to next year, right?
No, I think I'm just looking forward to anything at this point. But yeah, we're looking forward to next year. We're hoping to get things back. We're not even allowed to be over on the field on the visitor side yet. So our national anthem will be a lot different. We're not allowed to do the tunnel because we're too close to the opposing team and the cheerleaders. So there's just a lot of regulations that's keeping us off the field. But at the same time, we're going to make the best of it, and we're going to do what we can. So.
Next year, hopefully we'll get back to some semblance of normalcy. And I know you start planning the next season after the previous season is over. So you had to start a little early, even before this season started, right?
I'll tell you what I did now that we're kind of in football. I stepped back and took a punt, so to speak, and I changed the show at the last minute. Next year, we've got a really, really good treat I think the Franklin people are going to absolutely love. We're doing a tribute to World War II and all of our veterans and do a show with that. And I was going to do that show this year, but I stepped back and like I said, put the show called The Greatest Showman together based off The Greatest Showman. It was a lot cheaper and something we could just get by because we didn't even know if we were – in fact, we didn't even buy uniforms this year. That's the reason we're not going to see the band in uniforms because the freshmen have to buy their uniforms. There was no reason to pay $150, $200 a person when we didn't even know if we were going to get to wear them. So we're Franklin red and red, black, and white, so to speak, or red and white. The band colors red, black, and white. So we're just going off Franklin, and we're just going to jam and have fun. And because of COVID, and schedules in the spring, I lost about probably 30 band members. We're still, I guess we got maybe 70, 75, so we're still pretty good size.
Also, one thing that I know as your glasses are fogging up, that's a problem if you wear glasses, right, with these masks. One thing that normally this point in the season or this point in the school year, you're doing a lot of fundraising, but that's kind of been put on hold too, right?
We're just the stipulations of us of going, we can't go door to door, we can't really approach people. It's not worth it. So we've cut we've got a big cut this year, but we hope to recover. Hopefully you guys can help us out when we come back with our fruit sale. We had the worst fruit sale. I've been here 21 years now. We've had the worst fruit sale because of COVID, obviously, but we're hoping to recover that. And the last thing we did, honestly, as a whole band was we were down at the Sugar Bowl and won national championship, literally a national championship, and then 6 weeks later the rugs pulled out from under us. So we'll recover. It'll take time, it'll take energy, but we'll be back.
Well, buddy, as always, thanks for joining us, and we'll catch up with you down the road, I'm sure.
Definitely. Thank you very much. Go Panthers.
All right, fans, stick around. More to come here at the half.
Planning a kitchen or bathroom remodel? The first call you need to make is to Anders Custom Woodworking. Tim Anders specializes in custom cabinetry and granite countertops for kitchens, bathrooms, offices, and entertainment centers. From the large kitchens to the smallest bathrooms, Anders Custom Woodworking will make sure your specific needs are met. Give Tim Anders a call at 828-342-4222 for a free estimate today.
Hello, I'm Blair King, Vice Principal and Athletic Director for Franklin High School. Panther Nation, we need your help. We have two ways you can help all of our FHS athletic programs. One is to visit our GoFundMe page and make donations to make up for the lost revenue from gates from the limited attendance. The second, you can also buy sponsor ads or commercial space that will air during FPSN broadcasts by contacting Backlot Cinema. This will not only help all of our athletic programs, but also help ensure that we can continue to broadcast events free of charge for the community. Most people don't realize that sports like football and basketball help fund all of our low-revenue sports. Without the funds generated by ticket sales, we have trouble funding things like referees, equipment, and travel. We can't do it without your help. If you're interested in helping our athletic programs, please reach out to us at Franklin High School. The GoFundMe link will be made available on the FHS website and Facebook page. Thank you, Panther Nation, for your support, and we look forward to seeing all of our athletes competing once again.
Located at 461 Highland Road in Franklin, Carolina Junction Power Equipment is your local stop for lawnmowers, blowers, chainsaws, weed eaters, and all parts and accessories. Carolina Junction Power Equipment is also your local power sports dealer. They sell Can-Am side-by-sides and ATVs, plus have a full service shop for all of your power equipment and power sport needs. Give them a call at 828-369-9655 or come by today to see the largest selection of inventory around.
Welcome back, fans, here at the half. George Young now on the field. We're joined by all the cheerleaders for Franklin High School. Make some noise. Along with Lynn Baker, who was the head cheerleading coach for the varsity team. Lynn, I tell you, it has been a long march to this point. I know that you guys, just like the football players, the football coaches, the fans, are just excited to be back here at the Panther Pit.
We are so excited for this opportunity to be here tonight. To be honest, we didn't know if it was ever going to come, did we, girls? No. But we're really excited. We started back last May. We had tryouts, and we've been going strong then. We've been working out. We've been practicing. We've been waiting for this moment.
And you guys have been practicing. I've seen some social media posts. You guys have been hard at work, even though this football season was pushed to the spring.
Yes, we cheered for volleyball this year. We did all their home games. We cheered for basketball season. We've also done a couple of virtual competitions. So we've been working hard, even though we didn't have football season happen like normal.
You talked about a virtual competition. Tell us what that is.
So we train for our competition. We're not stunting in it because we didn't get released to stunt until last week. But we put together a routine and we train that, and we have a designated day and time that we video that. We get only so many takes, and then we submit that, and it is judged against other teams that do the same thing.
Now, you told me that you've got one of these competitions coming up on Tuesday. Average fan, can we watch this, or is it kind of closed circuit TV, as they used to say?
It is a closed circuit TV. You can purchase and try to watch on varsitytv.com. After the competition is over, though, we will post our routine online for everybody to be able to see. But because we've been training for this, we didn't want to post that ahead of time. So we will post it out on social media and get it to the network so you guys can share it. Our other competition that we competed in, do y'all want to tell them what we placed? Second! So they're really excited. Their award package came in the mail last week, and so we got a banner to hang up in the gym.
You've got the virtual competition on Tuesday, and you competed in a couple of more. Do you have any more down the line?
Not for this season. We will end our season with football, and then we will have tryouts again in May, and we'll start all back over for next year. Now,
you have one of your cheerleaders here that wanted to be the spokesman.
Oh, yeah.
Brielle. It's kind of hard to talk with these masks on and understand. Brielle, are you a senior?
I'm a junior.
You're a junior, and have you competed and been on the cheerleading squad your entire career here at Franklin?
Yes, sir.
And what is your best memory? I know that the past year has been a blur, and you haven't had a lot of memories probably, but thinking back, what's your best memory as a cheerleader?
My best memory was probably when we competed last year and we placed. It's an adrenaline rush. It's a lot of fun, and especially this team this year, I couldn't ask for a better team. They're all great, and we have so many memories. It's hard to pick, and this comp this year it looked a lot different than it has in the past, but we got second, and we all really tried really hard. It was a lot of fun.
Well, good luck in your virtual competition, and good luck in your seniors year. The senior season will be here in about 5 months. The football season will kick off. We'll bring Lynn back in here. Got one more question for you. You told me that you actually are going to be able to go on the road in the 2 road games you've got coming up here.
Yes, we plan on traveling for our 2 away conference football games. We're really excited. I'm sure some of those memories Brielle was talking about are from our bus rides to games and events last year. The girls really enjoy it, so we try to do everything we could to make sure that happens for them.
I'm very excited. I didn't think that you guys are going to be able to go on the road. I'm very excited for you and all of your girls. Thanks for joining us here at the half. Lynn Baker and her cheer squad cheering on the Panthers. Yay! Stay with us, fans. More to come here at the half.
We're coming for everyone this year.
Hi, everybody, and welcome in to another night of Franklin Panther football.
Yeah! Yes, complete.
But it's good to just go out there and win.
Why are the prices for filing taxes so confusing? You might file for free or pay over $100. And on some sites, you won't even know until you've entered all the information and survived the upsells. 1040.com is different. File your taxes for $25. One flat rate for both your federal and state taxes takes the guesswork out of filing. That's taxes for $25 at 1040.com.
All right, welcome back, fans. George Young, Byron McClure, Mike Wood here at the break. Thanks to Lynn and Buddy Huckabee joining us, as there's no marching band here in the spring season for the Panthers, at least. And so we can't bring you that. We did the next best thing and got a couple of interviews, and I'm sure we'll do the same thing in the final 2 games on April the 2nd and the April 9th date with the Smoky Mountain Mustangs. Do have some halftime stats to pass along, and then we'll run down some scores across the mountains. And it was a dominating performance for the Hendersonville Bearcats in that first half, Byron, and it showed on the scoreboard, and it shows here in the stats.
Well, we talked about we just really had trouble. First bit of speed we've seen all year. We've had trouble getting to the corner, establishing the edge, and being able to turn up field and get yardage, George. And at least 4 or 5 plays, I know that an extra step created by speed has either knocked the ball away or negated what is possibly a nice little gain after the catch. So that's sort of what we expected from Hendersonville. Quite frankly, first time we've seen it this year. And we don't have time of possession up there. Somebody, our guy in the back, let us down. But it's most likely 2-1. Now, one of the things we talked about before the game, we needed to control the clock. If Franklin was going to be successful, it would be the other way around. Time of possession being 2-1 in favor of Franklin. It's actually more like Hendersonville, 2-1 right now.
We'll see if the tide turns here in the second half. And there are more games happening across the mountains, and we do have some scores coming in. I got a fourth quarter score here, Byron, in Robbinsville. The Black Knights have a 35-21 lead over Irwin. Over the Warriors, that's a shootout. In the third quarter, Pisgah on top of Smoky Mountain, 14-7. That one is taking place at Carr Hooper tonight. Brevard in the third quarter is over the East Henderson Eagles, 14-0. West Henderson getting blanked by Asheville at the half, 17-0. And a good one going in Waynesville. Tuscola and North Henderson, 19-14 Knights. That one is at the break. Inca and North Buncombe in a pretty good one as well, 21-13 Blackhawks. That one is taking place in Candler. AC Reynolds over the Rams of T.C. Robertson. That's a second quarter score, 35-21. Some of these games, too, started a lot earlier than the Mountain 6 Conference. They moved it up from 7:30 to 7. I believe the Asheville Conference schools, that 3A conference, starts at either 6 or 6:30.
Yeah.
That's a big score too, Byron.
Swain County up 14-8 over Rosman. Second quarter score.
One final one here, and this is not updating. We may be able to get an updated score in Hayesville. Murphy and Hayesville are tied at 0, and it says a first quarter score. So obviously that one has not been updating on ScoreStream. So that's an update on the area games happening here in this spring season in the North Carolina High School Athletic Association. Both teams are back out of the locker room. There's the star of the first half for the Panthers. Definitely Chandler Crawford, punter. And it's sometimes odd to say that a punter is a star, but I tell you, he was able to get some punts away and make Hendersonville work a little bit harder than maybe if that punt had not been as deep. There were a couple of punts that pinned the Bearcats pretty deep.
A couple times saved a bad snap, to be honest with you, and then got away some beauties, some spiral beauties that came in pretty hot, got some extra yardage. So, yeah, I mean, that's probably not a good sign when you talk about a punter being the first half player of the game, but Chandler has certainly helped his football team by putting his defense in a better starting position than they could have been.
And also Eric Munoz, he nailed a 42-yard field goal.
That's
so
fun.
The kicking game so far for the Panthers has been stellar. The offense now has to get really in gear.
Yeah, less than 100 yards of offense so far for the Panthers, and hopefully we'll be able to find something here and exploit it. I'm sure we'll make some second-half adjustments. Again, speed's tough, and I can just see here with the naked eye that things that we've been used to doing the past couple weeks, they've got guys coming up making plays. It's a big difference maker when you got somebody who can get that extra step.
Franklin will receive the opening kickoff of the second half. Mike Wood coming out of the locker room. We'll check in on the sidelines here coming up in just a few moments. He's our sideline analyst, getting a gauge of what happened in the locker room. Inside look. It's Cooper King to tee it up as he approaches the football. We're underway here in the third quarter. It's going to be Keegan Pollock again. Pollock at the 20, upended at about the 30-yard line. Keegan Pollock, also a bright spot. He had a couple of kick returns and been able to find some open space and show his speed.
Really good return there in the second half. Although I will say, Mike, I did get a text from somebody that said if we're talking about Cecil Pollock before halftime, it must be a slow game.
I just saw Cecil coming in, too. Yeah. Hey, some good halftime adjustments in there. Changed a few things on the offensive line. Defense went over a couple things. So a couple adjustments second half, try to slow them down a little bit.
Hand on first down for a couple. That's Evan Klatt. 17-3. Still just a two-possession ball game. If you're a Panther fan, a lot of folks from Hendersonville tuning in. We appreciate you tuning in to our live stream here on YouTube and Facebook.
Close-up shot there shows that black in the face guard, face grill there, Mike. I'm going to get you to comment on that in just a second for the folks at home.
Okay. Bingo.
McGuire fires one, caught at about the 35 by Grant Adams, and he is upended at the 37. I think it's going to be enough for a Panther first down.
Guys, we spent the whole winter talking about basketball players with masks. We've got it out here in football too, don't we, Mike?
Yeah, it's on the front of the face mask there. I don't know how good it is, but it will keep the spit and the stuff from other players. So everybody's wearing them, trying to do the best they can during this crazy COVID period.
Question I have is, how do you wear a mouthpiece?
It's tough.
And goes to Klatt. Hit immediately at the line of scrimmage and push back.
Just like one of our star basketball players, Miles McClure Jr., 6'5", 200-something pounds. He said, man, it's tough to run up and down those court being waterboarded all day.
That's exactly what he called it. He said you play Hendersonville, they trap, they pressure for 4 quarters. And he said, he told me, he said, Dad, there's times in that third quarter, he said, I don't even remember it. I don't remember us being out there. And he said, I was just sucking in my own sweat.
That's why I was walking on the field tonight, had a bunch of energy, just thankful to be here and the kids out there grinding, playing some football. It's somewhat back to normal.
Second down.
Go, baby.
Chris McGuire faked out everybody. He shows his speed.
Yes, sir.
McGuire turns the corner. We'll see when they mark him out of bounds. Looks like it's going to be back at about the 45 in Bearcat territory.
Gosh, he looks so good running that football, Mike.
Yeah, he's smooth, got some good feet. Probably, Byron, you and I have been around here forever. That's probably one of the fastest quarterbacks we've had.
No doubt. No,
Here's the
it's
replay.
been a while.
You can see McGuire turns on the jets right there, and if he could have stayed in bounds, he may have been able to get even deeper into Bearcat territory.
And it's such a great weapon, you know.
Now, he's a junior?
Junior, yep.
McGuire under center on first down. Got a hand to Klatt. Klatt again, nothing doing. He can't turn that corner.
Klatt on the carry.
As he was one tackle away from some open space.
It seems like it's been that way the whole night, George. That one tackle away. But, guys, we get to the edge, and there's somebody there waiting on us.
Yeah, Coach Jay came down from the press box. You know, he's been coaching. He's not coaching this year, just doing film study up there and helping out. And he made a few adjustments with the offensive line to get that edge.
McGuire now. Gonna dive forward, get back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard. That time it did not fool the Hendersonville Bearcats as they came to the near side of the field.
Guys, I'm going to tell you, number 12, we don't have a name for him here, Hendersonville. Not a big kid, but he's made a lot of plays so far in this football game.
That's one of the players Jay was talking about. He said the guy weighs about 127 pounds. He's got 14 tackles. We got to get somebody on him.
And that's about right.
3rd and 7 at the 44, the Bearcats. Pass going to be complete, but that play is going nowhere.
Yeah.
Crawford caught it behind the line of scrimmage. I think he may have gotten back to the line of scrimmage. Nope, they're going to say a loss of a yard, 4th down.
Ball thrown behind him and really, really slowed him down, and that's something you can't afford against a team like this. You got to get that extra step out there, and Chris just got it behind him. Got to lead the guy there. You don't want to get it too far out. Don't want to get it picked off, but
all right, but look for the middle of the field. Coach Josh was talking about we got to play. We got to get some passes in the middle of the field instead of the edges. Let's see what happens here.
4th and 8. McGuire flings one out well over the head and out of bounds, trying to hit Grant Adams. And it'll be a turnover on downs near midfield.
We're successful on that play in the last set of downs. Actually rolled Christopher out to his weak side there once before the half and tried that throw, and that's the one that sort of sailed on him. That one there a little wide of the mark as well.
So the Bearcats' first offensive possession in the 3rd quarter. Panthers able to drain about 4 minutes off the clock, but come up empty and turn it over on downs as the pass is complete to Fabian Mills, but hanging on for dear life.
Grant Adams?
I think it was Adams. Yeah, he's getting up. Looks like it was.
Nice
11.
play.
Gain of about 8 for Fabian Mills. It's going to bring up 2nd down and officially 4. Glad that you're with us on YouTube Live and Facebook Live. If you haven't already, go ahead and like our Facebook page, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and make sure to turn the bell on YouTube. You'll get notifications when we go live. Our next varsity broadcast is not until April the 2nd, Good Friday, as the Black Bears of Pisgah come to the pit. That'll be a 7 o'clock kick. 3rd down in the yard. 1st down. Easy for Gaines to pick that one up as that offensive line is making some holes and pushing that defensive line for the Panthers off the ball, and it's an easy 3 for Fabian Mills. Move the chains into Panther territory. The Bearcats are marching down to the 41-yard line. It's 1st and 10 as we tick under 6.5 left. Again, they'll spread the field with the Bearcats. 4-wide set. Gosnell, we got a flag. Is that delay a game?
No.
Was there a
no? We
some
bid
movement?
On it.
Okay.
No, hard count. We bid on it.
Offside. Panther.
Had a couple players actually. Cameron Cody and maybe Brandon Berger. Berger was the tackle there a couple plays ago. And again, they're very excited about having that kid out there. Very good wrestler, guys. Accomplished wrestler.
First down and 5 for Gosnell and company. Gosnell on the keeper, 7 yards. That'll move the sticks for the Bearcats. He had an option play.
On the keeper.
He decided not to pitch it. And he picked up the first down.
Guys, we've been blessed with some good weather for this start of this football season, too.
Well, that was a question, whether or not it would be freezing cold. You never know. Pass broken up.
Great play.
Trying to hit Peterkin. Is that Stiles that broke it up? I think McGuire was in there, too.
Christopher McGuire broke that one up. Great first step. Watch this play here. Yeah. Got there as the ball got there.
It's going to bring up 2nd and 10. Down to about the 19-yard line goes Jalen Gaines.
Klatt makes the tackle.
So we approach 5 minutes left.
Not many negative offensive plays tonight, guys, for the Hendersonville Bearcats.
It's going to be 3rd down and a yard. They'll fake the handoff to Gaines. Gosnell will not go down eventually. He is going to be slung down to the ground. But that'll be definitely enough for a Bearcat first down, so that'll move the sticks. Inching closer are the Bearcats. Methodical tonight have been the Hendersonville Bearcats. 4, 5, 6 yards a clip. Taking a lot of time off the clock. And Panthers offense, if you just joined, it's been very stagnant. It's moved the ball effectively in a couple of drives, but most recently pretty stagnant. We got another offsides penalty.
We get Mr. Cody once again. He's awful eager to get back there.
Yeah, I don't know if you can hear the cadence down here on the field, but they have changed it for the second half. It is a different sound and a different rhythm to it, and it's caused the defensive line a little issue.
Gosnell's got a nice little bag of tricks, don't he?
On first down, walking into the end zone for the touchdown is Jalen Gaines. And Hendersonville tacks on 6 more at the 4:46 mark in the 3rd quarter. 23-3, 20-point advantage, trying to make it 21 with the point after touchdown. That's going to be Cooper King, the junior kicker. Kick is up, and it's good. 24-3, your new score with 4:46 left in the 3rd. Hang with us. We're going to take a break from the Panther Pit. Stay with us.
Sports Zone is your everyday low-price sporting goods supplier. We have the sports gear every athlete needs to be successful, from cleats, equipment, and protective gear to complete uniform sets. We even offer screen printing, laser engraving, and embroidery, as well as custom alterations and sublimated printing right here in Franklin. Don't race out of town to find the performance gear you need. We've lowered our prices throughout the store to give you the opportunity to shop local and score big. See you at Sports Zone.
Welcome back, fans. Good shot of the huddle as Hendersonville will take their opening possession here in the second half and march down to tack on another touchdown and an extra point, making it 24-3. If you just joined us, Franklin, their lone points came on a 42-yard field goal by Eric Munoz. Cooper King sends one deep. McGuire will bring it out to about the 22.
McGuire on the return.
Try this again. See if we can't get something going offensively as we get later and later in this ball game. Now a 3-touchdown difference Panthers have got to overcome.
Offensively for the Panthers, down a receiver. Once again, it seems like every game an offensive weapon is taken out of the arsenal for Coach Josh Brooks' Seth Krupe injured his leg on the opening kickoff. And he was a receiver, played in the previous 2 games a number of minutes. Gain of a yard is going to bring up 2nd down and 9.
Guys, I do want to mention, speaking of knees and speaking of tough kids, 74, Camden Cochran. That brace he's got on his knee, that's a torn ACL he's playing with.
Was his brother the center a couple years back?
Colton.
He was a tough kid, old Colton.
McGuire going to throw back across the field. Stiles is there. It's caught and tackled at about the 44.
Great job by Stiles, sort of pausing and understanding he's got the pressure of that defender closing in, waiting for that ball to get to him. Great play.
Here's the replay. There to take the tackle was Malachi Jacobs. He's a senior for the Bearcats. Coach Jim Silsby. 3:40 with a moving clock. It's first down for the Panthers. Up to their own 43. They'll work as Adams will go in motion. McGuire fires complete. Adams catches it at about the 48 in Bearcat territory. I think he's going to be 2 yards shy of the line to gain. 2nd and short coming up. When you're in a offensive funk, let's call it, it just takes a couple of plays to start the confidence back and start things moving. And I think this young bunch definitely needs that, especially with some of the injuries. 2nd and 2. Stiles.
Oh, nice.
About the 38. Some nice blocking up front. He picks up the first down.
Yeah. Kellen Stiles not known for getting up and talking a whole lot. He knew he did something there.
Is that the brother of the Stiles?
That's the brother of the Stiles. He's actually wearing the same jersey number.
He looked a looker like him when he turned that corner. He went after that defender head on and gave him a pop.
Yeah, look at that replay, too. He's letting his sideline know he was serious. Nice run by Kellen Stiles.
1st and 10. McGuire. And a hand once again to Stiles. Stiles to the 31-yard line. About a 6-yard gain for Stiles. And it's going to bring up a 2nd and 4 now. Marching Panther offense. Still got a lot of time left in this game. And you definitely want to get some confidence if you are Coach Josh Brooks calling the offensive plays and heading into 4 more games in conference. McGuire heaves one. It's going to be caught. Keegan Pollock is in the end zone. Touchdown, Franklin.
Nice play. Good throw, Mike Wood. Great throw.
Man, great throw. Chris is coming out, spinning the ball this second half. That wobble's gone. And Franklin playing a little one-on-one football like Hendersonville. Great catch by Keegan. Good throw by Chris. 7 on the board.
Here's the replay. Nice catch by Pollock. And McGuire laid it up there for him. Put some air under it. Munoz on to attempt the PAT. And it is up and good. 24-10. We've got a new ball game, folks. 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Let's take a break from the Panther Pit. Hang with us on FPSN.
Whenever you're ready.
Taxes for 25.
I think we got it.
Just let me get into character.
Really, it's just.
Taxes for 25.
By Jove, it's taxes for 25.
Taxes for $25.
At 1040.com, file your taxes online for $25. No complicated pricing tiers. Just one flat rate for everyone. State returns included.
We just got to do something to get Mike.
Here we go. Welcome back, fans. You know, Mike Wood.
We need a
for
countdown.
Folks,
You're going to give me a countdown, George. You know that, don't you?
For folks that maybe have never joined our broadcast before, maybe you have, you're not familiar. Mike has been nicknamed in some circles our hype guy.
Yeah, he's the hype man. Yeah.
So we're trying to get Mike going, you know.
Got it. We feed off of Mike's energy.
Especially with the 30% capacity, and you can't stand up and cheer and all these pandemic rules.
In my contract renewal, I asked that you two be replaced, and they didn't do it.
I thought you just wanted batteries.
Seal it.
Dorian Allen to about the 22-yard line.
That's good coverage there. You know, they worked all week on staying in the lane, especially when you got speed returning the ball. You got to stay in your lane. It looked like it was really well done that time by the Panthers.
Very important when you're facing this kind of speed.
Now, $1:50 left here in the third, and 24-10 advantage for the Bearcats. We'll see if the Panther defense can stand tall, or the Bearcats Dean can dunk it down the field like we have seen throughout this game. That was a big shot in the arm offensively. Still a lot of time left in this game.
Turnover would be nice.
Going deep is Gosnell. He's got a man out there, and now a flag comes in. A lot of groans from the Panther Pit. Dorian Allen, the intended receiver. Somebody hollered replay in the stands. We've got it. Here it is. You be the judge.
Yeah. Good call.
That'll be a pass interference on the Panthers. That'll be a big one. It'll push it out to the 37-yard line. Was that Phillip that grabbed that replay? That Phillip's camera? That was some good camera work.
Good stuff.
I don't know if he could hear us or not. It's on the field. It's hard following the action, especially with some of the cameras that we have. Not the most user-friendly. Gosnell out of the gun on first down for the Bearcats. Fires to the flat. Got a receiver complete. Dorian Allen a step out of bounds at about the 47. Gain of 8 for the Bearcats. Make it a gain of 9. It's going to be 2nd and 1. As he stepped out of bounds, it'll stop the clock with $1:36 left third quarter.
Great shot of that defense. They're grinding, guys. Pretty tired. They've been chasing people all over the field tonight.
Gosnell barks, now looks to the far side. Coach Jim Soulsby changed the play. Got a receiver again. Caught. Dorian Allen shakes one defender out of bounds at about the 42.
Allen on the reception.
First and 10 for the Bearcats as they march.
Hanley makes that tackle.
Gosnell awaits the snap with a 4-wide set. Now we've got whistles. And it appears to be a Illegal procedure, yes it will be. Procedure call against the Bearcats. Gets the Bronx cheer from the crowd.
Coach Josh made that call.
Oh, come on.
We got one on the sideline.
Oh. Got another flag. And
I think it was one of the assistant coaches.
Flag on the bench, another unsportsmanlike. Saw that in the second quarter. In fact, beginning of the second quarter, between the first and the second quarters, a flag flew. Man, it was an unsportsmanlike conduct, or is it just a sideline warning? We'll see. It's a sideline warning. So the next one will be a penalty.
All right, did we march off the penalty to begin with?
Yeah, it's back.
Okay.
To the 50, 49-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 15.
I'll take 5 more, though, if they'll give it. Doesn't hurt to ask.
Yeah. Officials can be giving.
Yeah.
Sometimes. Gosnell fakes it, now going to take off, try to turn the corner and get chopped down. As he does turn the corner, Pollock able to get the shoestring tackle on the quarterback, Gavin Gosnell.
Gosnell don't exactly have the fleet of foot that Christopher McGuire has, Mike Wood, but what makes him so tough is his threat to stop at any moment and hit one of those receivers downfield.
Yeah, and he's a pretty big kid down here field level. I don't know what his size and height is. Pretty big kid out there.
6'2", 205. Yeah. That's a good size. That's a good size high school quarterback.
And I'll tell you, the game looks slow to him. Doesn't panic, looks all around the field, surveys it.
That's a great way to describe it, Mike.
On second down, flag comes in as the hand goes to Gaines. He's going to push it far side and turn the corner. Another flag comes in. We've got 2 separate flags, one back at the line of scrimmage and then one down the field near where the play ended.
I think we got a hold and a block in the back. That's what I saw. You guys agree?
I tell you what doesn't look slow, and that's Jalen Gaines.
No. Pretty fleet of foot.
Yeah.
Well, he's a little scat back at 5'10", $165. He can move. Here's the replay. We'll see if we see the hold that you were talking about.
Look at that. That's some good footwork. Great camera work, guys. Good stuff.
The flag actually hit Keegan Pollock in the face.
I saw that.
Got a personal foul face mask on Hendersonville.
So we're going to double up here.
He declined the holding, going to obviously take the face mask.
That was on the tackle. Push it on the other side of the 50 to the 40-yard line now, and that's where the Bearcats. Well, scrimmage is going to be second and long here. Second down and call it about 25. Gosnell and company going to bunch receivers. In fact, trips with a bunch set up top of your screen. Gosnell taken down.
Big Gavin Autry.
Big Gavin Autry, the senior, the leader. 57, Gavin Autry just fought that block off and I didn't catch the number there of the Hendersonville player who was trying to keep him off. We'll see it right here on replay. Yeah, no match.
Now that was Jalen Gaines.
Yeah, no match at 165 pounds. Yeah,
no
that's
doubt about
not happening.
Gotta love it though. The Panthers are just there, keep fighting, just like Coach asked them to, all 4 quarters.
That's another big loss. Loss of 8 yards. Third down, 33 as we tick under 30 seconds left, third quarter. Got a hand off to Gaines. Gaines going to cut it to the far side, get caught up in traffic.
Gaines on the carry.
So fourth down upcoming, and that will most likely be the final play of the third quarter.
Cody on the stop.
Great stand there by the Panthers. Good work.
So we head to the fourth quarter. 24-10 Hendersonville. With a punt coming up for the Bearcats when we come back to the Panther Pit on FPSN.
Located at 461 Highland Road in Franklin, Carolina Junction Power Equipment is your local stop for lawnmowers, blowers, chainsaws, weed eaters, and all parts and accessories. Carolina Junction Power Equipment is also your local power sports dealer. They sell Can-Am side-by-sides and ATVs, plus have a full service shop for all of your power equipment and power sport needs. Give them a call at 828-369-9655 or come by today to see the largest selection of inventory around.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter just about to begin. 4th down and 20 coming up for the Bearcats. And we were talking in the break with that big touchdown with the Panther offense. It came alive late in that third quarter. Able to punch one in. 14-point advantage now for the Bearcats. Able to get the ball back here on this punt. If you're able to punch it in 3-4 minutes, different ball game. We'll see if the Bearcats do punt it. Panthers don't have anybody back deep.
Sort of keeping an eye, aren't we? Coming up.
It's Alex Lemons to punt. He'll get it out of there. Nice punt. Both punters have put on a show in this ball game. It's going to be down at about the 8-yard line. Lemons great on the basketball floor, and also he's got a leg as he pins the Panthers deep at their own 8-yard line.
You know, and you got to call a couple of his games this year, a couple of games last year on the basketball court. That kid, he don't do anything flashy, but he is productive and certainly has a big part of this Bearcat football team as well.
I'll tell you, I don't know if you had a chance to watch that state championship game.
I did.
Last Saturday, but
man,
that was a heck of a game.
Wow.
Hendersonville scored 98 points and lost. When do you say that?
113-98. It was going to be 115, which would have been a new record for Farmville Central. Kid come down and tried a windmill dunk. About his 4th of the game. He missed this one, so they ended up with a meager 113 points on the board.
That was a state championship record. We've got a late flag. It's going to be a face mask going against the Hendersonville Bearcats. Just a, 5-yarder, but I think it will be enough for a Panther first down. The previous record, by the way, for state championship points in basketball for girls and boys was 101. So Farmville Central smashed that, and Hendersonville almost broke that record too.
Yeah.
Not much defense in that
no.
game, huh?
Well, no, there was. You're talking about two teams that basically full court pressed for 4 quarters.
A lot of shooters in that game. And goes to Klatt. Nice spin move to the 25, 26-yard line. Evan Klatt gains about 7. It's going to bring up a 2nd and short.
You know the thing about a press, guys, too, like that, you do it for 4 quarters, you're going to create some turnovers and get quick points, but you're also going to give up quick baskets when you're trying to steal the ball all the time, and that just leads to a real high-scoring game.
2nd and 3 for McGuire. 2-step drop, going to heave one, and the only man out there is a Bearcat. It's over his head.
Mike, maybe a little mix-up on the route there for Keegan Pollock?
Yeah, I was blocked out just a little bit on the sideline. I couldn't tell, but Chris was set to throw it. I mean, he planted that back foot and released it, so obviously he saw something.
Third down and 3. Big down a distance for McGuire as Adams goes in motion. Going to hand to Klatt. Got the first down and more. Evan Klatt loose at the 40, at the 30, at the 20, and knocked down at the 15-yard line.
Great job, Evan Klatt. You know, he had seen the last couple series as a change of pace. They brought in Kellen Stiles, and for once, Evan was able to get to that corner, Mike Wood.
Yeah,
and nifty little run out here.
Yeah, he showed a little burst of speed down the sideline, and, you know, I want to give that kid credit. I go to the fitness center in the morning. That kid off-season was there every morning, 6:30, doing his work. Good for him.
Here we go, first down. McGuire knocked away, trying to hit Adams.
Let me mention this. If I'm not mistaken, guys, he is also #1 ranked in his senior class. How about that? How about you starting linebacker, starting running back, #1 academically in his senior class?
A lot to be said for that.
2nd and 10. McGuire and a hand to Stiles. Stiles, a little bit of a seam. He showed a burst and a shoestring tackle away from 6.
Malachi Jacobs, a 6'4" sophomore. He needed every bit of it because that last fingertip's probably what kept Kellen from making a big play right there.
I like that look with him in the backfield.
It's nice. It's a great change of pace. You know, you go back and forth between these two. They're definitely different runners. Klatt, more, I mean, he just runs right up in there. And Kellen's a little quicker afoot.
Again, some nice blocking as Stiles is stonewalled at about the 10-yard line down to the 9. You've also got Braden Cody, 25, who was in there along with Stiles in the backfield. And
Braden, again, linebacker. He's our leading tackler on the team.
4th and a yard. McGuire. Did he fumble it?
He fumbled it. Oh. But they're going to call it down? They're going to call it down?
Nope. Hendersonville ball. First turnover of the night for the Panthers. Hendersonville has a turnover.
I think he got his head stuck up in there and just sort of left the ball behind.
Here's the replay.
Oh. Looks like he got it stuck between the legs, George. Maybe of the center, as he was trying to get up there quickly and got it right between the legs of his center, Camden Cochran.
Back to live action now. 9:19 left. Hendersonville takes over. It is a humongous turnover in this game. Gavin Gosnell, a handoff. Fighting forward to about the 15. Jalen Gaines, and that'll be a gain of about 5 yards. I tell you, man, that
was a tough one.
That was a tough one for sure, because that would have really turned the tide in this ball game.
Imagine it got sort of quiet down there, didn't it, Mike?
Well, it got real excited there for a minute and then got quiet.
The margin of error for the Panthers is so slim, and Coach Josh has talked about that any errors are magnified. Gaines, big hole right up the gut. 37-yard line. He is finally stopped.
It's a nice little running back right there, guys. If he can get to that linebacker level, he's pretty tough too.
Eight minutes, 30 seconds left. Now the clock is the enemy if you're a Panther fan as well. And we've got whistles on the snap. And a procedure against Hendersonville. That'll back them up 5 yards. And now a late flag.
Yeah, we got some jawing going on over here. Number 7, Dorian Allen. He's trying to get Josh Brooks' attention. And wanted to point at the scoreboard,
Now we've got a whistle, and Coach Jim Sosby has called timeout. He wants to talk it over after an unsportsmanlike penalty. Looks like he honestly wants to talk to the official, but the official is avoiding him. Had a great shot down the line, and he's still hanging out.
Going to see if anybody come talk to him.
Hendersonville will talk it over here.
I think it was a big old point at the scoreboard that got number 7 in trouble. And it's a good thing. The scoreboard's a good thing for him, but everybody can see it. It's a big one. It's a really big one. We all know where it's at. I think Josh Brooks knows where it's at, but he was trying to show Coach Brooks.
This is what everybody has missed. The drama.
Uh-oh.
Oh, man.
Get another one in there.
Another unsportsmanlike. This one's going to go against Jim Sosby. That was one of the biggest cheers that we have heard here at the Panther Pen.
Mike Wood, you're presiding over chaos down there, buddy.
Yeah, it's kind of fun. Got a little energy down here. I think he was mimicking how one of our coaches was clapping his hand on that and said a few kind words to the referee about inviting him over for Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah, I'm sure. Some pleasantries. That's what it was. There's a shot of the band. They're in the end zone.
Great
I like
shot.
it.
Yeah,
I like it. You
can
can hear them. They're loud. Having a great time.
We have a great band. Huckabee does a fantastic job, doesn't he, guys?
Very good job. Very enthusiastic. Loves what he does.
Well, this is going to be a first down and 40, 42. They have 35 up on the scoreboard. Up to about the 20-yard line goes Jalen Gaines. They've got to get to the 48-yard line for a first down. It'll be second down and about 27. Gosnell looks to the sideline. Now awaits the snap. Going to heave one far side. That is caught.
Caught.
Yes, it is. By Tristan Peterkin. Still a long way to go. Third down and about 25.
Guys, I got to say, too, with the animosity over here between number 7 and our sideline, I'm sort of surprised 7's still lined up over here. Because it's not over. I've been watching.
Gosnell again surveys, looks at the sideline, grabs that snap, looks to heave. And over the head of his intended man, that's Dorian Allen. The kid you were just referring to, number 7. It's going to bring up fourth down in the country mile, and here comes the punting unit. Fourth and about 26. Almost slipped up here on this carpet. Got a lot more room this year than we did last year, Byron, so I'm not like sitting in your lap.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, do I owe that to you or to Clinton or both? Who's the engineer up here?
It's a combination of a lot of things. We got some new equipment that you've seen the replays that have been fantastic tonight. And it's smaller. Technology changes over time. It'll be picked up by McGuire, and he's just going to go out of bounds at about the 46.
16 months ago, I felt like you and I were chewing the same piece of gum sitting up here.
Yeah, you were talking for me, and I was talking for you.
Yeah.
We were that close. So the turnover does not hurt the Panthers. And some unsportsmanlike conduct penalties aided the Panther defense. Theo gets it back with 6:55 left, down 14, near midfield. McGuire under center. And a hand to Klatt. It looked like Hendersonville sent the house that time, and nothing doing for Evan Klatt. In fact, he lost a yard, second and 11.
That clock just keeps on ticking, too, guys. Down 2 scores.
Under 6.5 left. McGuire out of the gun. Nice pass. Adams catches it. Had some zip on that one, and it's going to be a first down for the Panthers at the 40 of the Bearcats.
To be honest with you, that was a top 2 or 3 throw tonight for Christopher McGuire. Everything looked in sync. Got his feet set right there, Mike, and made a nice strike.
Man, took the words out of my mouth. He planted those feet and released it nicely.
Pollock and Adams are going to line up as the pitch goes to Evan Klatt. Gains about 3, maybe 4 yards, does Klatt. Second down, and we'll call it 6 here with 5:45 left. You've got to now speed things up a bit. You still do have some time in this game and 3 timeouts, but you've got to start worrying about that clock down 2 scores. McGuire deep in the pocket, going deep, has a receiver. It's Adams, caught, touchdown, Franklin. There goes the cannon. 24-16, your new score, awaiting the PAT.
Beautiful go route by Adams, and once again, Byron, you called it. Chris was calm in the pocket, had a little bit of pressure, stepped up and made a nice tight spiral for 6.
And, we got their defense sort of guessing now, guys. It's not run after run or pass after pass, mixing it up right here. And that's what a couple of nice completions will do for you.
Munoz on for the extra point, gets it up, and it is no good. Issues on the snap. I was surprised it wasn't blocked. It may have been.
If it wasn't, it was really close.
We'll take a break from the Panther Pit. Back right after this.
Planning a kitchen or bathroom remodel? The first call you need to make is to Anders Custom Woodworking. Tim Anders specializes in custom cabinetry and granite countertops for kitchens, bathrooms, offices, and entertainment centers. From the large kitchens to the smallest bathrooms, Anders Custom Woodworking will make sure your specific needs are met. Give Tim Anders a call at 828-342-4222 for a free estimate today.
Well, we got a new ball game, fans, if you tuned away. 24-16, that extra point went wide right. I don't know if it was blocked or what happened, but it's an 8-point ball game with 5:28 left. As I just got out of my mouth, you have to think about speeding things up. Coach Josh Brooks knows what he's doing. He baited him, and then Adams broke open. McGuire made a nice pass for 6. Right up the middle. Tristan Peterkin gets out to about the 42-yard line, so a great return for the Bearcats. 5:22 left in this ball game.
That kick was a little short and fluffy, guys, and it gave Peterkin a running start on his way to catch it, and he was at full speed when he did catch it. And the result is they're going to start with a little bit better field position than they have been.
They're going to mark it back at the 40. First and 10 yards to go. Gosnell, hands off. Jukin and jiving. Gaines still moving to about the 45-yard line. He's a slimy back. I think you've got him corralled. He's able to scoot free.
2 feet in the hole, 2 feet out. Pretty nifty around that line of scrimmage.
Mark it a 4-yard gain for Jalen Gaines, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and 6 for the Bearcats, taking their time. 4:50 left and an 8-point lead. Again, Gaines, nice solo tackle. Shoestring tackle by Ty Hanley, or he would have picked up the first down. It's going to bring up a 3rd and short now for the Bearcats. 3rd and 2 as we tick under 4.5 left in this game.
Hats off to Ty Hanley playing tonight. And he's played well with a hand that I promise you is hurting. That thing was swole up big last week, wasn't it, Mike?
Yeah, it was. And I heard him tell Anders at halftime last week that he thought it was broken. We got a young team. We're going to grow.
First down and more. Gosnell faked the handoff. Took it right up the gut. Clapp able to wrap him up at the 37.
At number 1, he gets the linebacker's attention, don't he? When it's even a threat of him getting the ball, and then Gosnell just pulls it back and runs right up the middle. 205 pounds, 6'2". It's a good-sized quarterback.
Clock continues to tick. Gosnell awaiting the snap. Now going to look to the sideline. He's got 6 on the play clock. Gets it off with 2 on the play clock. Ball pops loose. I heard a whistle. They may say he was down.
Yeah, I think they're going to say he was down.
Gains on the carry for about 2 yards. Doesn't make the faithful on the Panther side very happy.
You got that on replay?
He's working on it. Here it is. Yeah,
he's down. Boy, it's good stuff. Good work, guys.
Man. This is unbelievable
good
stuff
work.
here. We've got a whistle and a timeout. Both teams have 2 timeouts left.
Remember next week.
24-16. Glad that you're with us.
7 p.m. Next home game is Pisgah on April 2nd at 7 p.m.
Next week, the Panthers will travel on the road to take on the Brevard Blue Devils. That'll be in Transylvania County, and then they'll travel on the road the following week. Head to East Flat Rock. Take on the East Henderson Eagles. And then the final 2 are at home here at the Panther Pit. And Clinton, just I'll let you know we have lost the live scoreboard. It says it's connecting over here. Unfortunately, for the final 3 minutes and 22 seconds. 2nd down and 7 coming up for the Bearcats. And the Gaines weaving his way. He won't go down. And he is inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal for the Bearcats.
He has certainly shouldered the load here in the second half as Jalen Gaines. Just hard to corral, and I'm sure we go back and look at that little play right there, we'll see a couple of missed tackles, but he is a big contributor to that situation.
We're down to 3 minutes left. Gosnell hands to Gaines, snowed under at the line of scrimmage.
Gaines on the carry.
We've got a whistle and a timeout for the Panthers. So we're going to take a quick one as well. Hang with us on FPSN.
We're coming for everyone this year.
Hi, everybody, and welcome in to another night of Franklin Panther football.
Yes, complete.
It's good to just go out there and win.
And welcome back to the Panther Pit. FPSN, Byron McClure, George Young, Mike Wood here with you. Panthers trailing 16-24. Hendersonville knocking on the door of another score right here, trying to put this one away.
A big down and distance coming up for the defense. Is you've definitely got to keep them out of the end zone. You want a chance in this ball game. Gosnell fakes the handoff. And a fire one, incomplete. That'll stop the clock as he was trying to hit Fabian Mills.
He's not had many miscues tonight, but that was one.
Pass intended for Mills, incomplete.
Hey, it rebooted. We've got the live data again from the scoreboard. We're just touting how great the equipment we've got up here is. And it hurt us, right?
We're back.
Hey,
back
I can show you.
Yeah, we're back in business.
Yeah, we're back in business now. 2:41 left, 3rd and goal. Got some movement. It did not cross the neutral zone. No flags come out. Under 10 seconds left on the play clock. Hand to Gaines. And he is down to about the 4. And a quick whistle, the final timeout for Coach Josh Brooks and the Panthers. 2:36 left.
Nice little double team block there. William Capel and Trevor Musselwhite. That's 325 and 295 pounds blocking down on Maddox Waldrop, creating that hole.
So you got a 4th down and goal from just on the other side of the 5-yard line, about the 4.5. If you're Coach Jim Soulsby, do you attempt the field goal or do you try to go for the kill shot? Either way, it's still a 2-possession ball game.
Yeah, I mean, you know, that kicker's pretty good.
Yeah.
You know, you got a 2-possession ball game if he makes it. You're up by 8 as it stands. I think, of course, high school football is a little bit different, but conventional wisdom says you kick a field goal here.
Yeah. But bad things can happen on field goals, so we'll see what he draws up. Looks like the offense will not come onto the field. It's going to be a field goal attempt. And by Cooper King, it's going to be a 20-yarder, basically an extra point. It's up, and it's good. So now it's a 2-possession game. 27-16. 11-point advantage for Hendersonville, and that makes the going pretty tough for the Panthers. 2:32 left. We'll take a quick break here, come back, and have the kickoff right after this.
Why are the prices for filing taxes so confusing? You might file for free or pay over $100. And on some sites, you won't even know until you've entered all the information and survived the upsells. 1040.com is different. File your taxes for $25. One flat rate for both your federal and state taxes takes the guesswork out of filing. That's taxes for $25 at 1040.com.
Waiting the Bearcats to come onto the field. They'll tee it up and kick it away to the Panthers. Down 2 possessions and no timeouts left. Have to score quick and get an onside kick. Pollock back deep along with Stiles, awaiting the kick from Cooper King. Going to be angled towards Pollock. He's going to receive it at the 8. Pollock leaps in the air. Flag comes out as Pollock is up to about the 23-yard line. Comes out limping a bit. Hopefully he's all right. We'll check the marker.
Probably not in a good spot for us. Blocking the back, something like that.
And it's going to be a block in the back, the most common foul on a kick return. So that will negate a decent return for Pollock. It's going to push it all the way inside the 10, back to the 8. So a deep hole for the Panther offense, trailing by 11 with 2:23 left in this ball game. The conference opener for both teams. Final go around for the Hendersonville Bearcats of the Mountain 6 Conference as they'll go to a 2A conference. Franklin moves to 3A next season, which will be here before you know it. McGuire roped out of bounds.
McGuire on the keeper.
Does gain about 7 yards, does McGuire.
Guys, I'm going to tell you something. It was 2:17 to go. But here's what you take away from tonight right off the bat is we didn't quit. We still played in this second half. We were down 24-3 with 4:46 to go in the third quarter.
Nice pitch and catch. Adams to the 31-yard line. That'll stop the clock to move the chains. 2:08 left. Still not over. You could score here and get an onside kick, weirder things have happened.
Well, and you found some kind of rhythm and pace here with your offense in the last quarter.
Another pitch and catch for a couple. It's Adams again on the reception. Gain of about 4.
Mike, we didn't know what to think when we were down 24-3 with 4:46 to go, did we?
No, I was proud of the kids. They keep fighting. And then Coach Josh said that. These kids will keep fighting. We're a little outspeeded tonight, if you want to put it that way, you know. A lot of one-on-one football by Henderson. But the kids kept fighting, real positive here on the sideline.
Firing in the flat, another reception. Move the chains for the Panthers as it's Adams again.
Grant's had a good night tonight.
His dad will help him up. Adams going to head off and check it in for him.
He's gotten a lot stronger since last year, too. Put on a few pounds, got some muscle on his body.
Clayton Gwynn in. First down. McGuire waiting for some blockers. And unfortunately, that's going to keep the clock rolling. Now we've got a whistle, and that may stop the clock. Do we have a flag?
Yeah, we got a flag down here. I couldn't see what it was.
Well, this brown turf and the yellow flag. Oh, I see it now. Right at where McGuire was tackled, so this may be a targeting call.
That seems to be the call out of the booth here beside us.
Now, they're marking it off, haven't officially signaled. We'll get the white hat. Unsportsmanlike conduct on Hendersonville. As we got a minute and 34 seconds left, I checked the chat on the Facebook side and had a question about whether or not the away games in the next 2 weeks will be broadcast, as we've got a whistle and a timeout going to be called by Hendersonville. So I'll hold that thought. We'll take a quick break. Stay with us on FPSN.
Sports Zone is your everyday low-price sporting goods supplier. We have the sports gear every athlete needs to be successful, from cleats, equipment, and protective gear to complete uniform sets. We even offer screen printing, laser engraving, and embroidery, as well as custom alterations and sublimated printing right here in Franklin. Don't race out of town to find the performance gear you need. We've lowered our prices throughout the store to give you the opportunity to shop local and score big. See you at Sports Zone.
Hendersonville, after the unsportsmanlike penalty, Coach Soulsby calls timeout to settle down his troops. And Panthers now in Bearcat territory after the penalty at the 38 of Hendersonville. Minute 34 left, trailing by 11. Shotgun for Christopher McGuire. Going deep over the middle. Got a receiver wide open. That's Pollock. Touchdown, Franklin.
We just keep chipping away. Nice. This has been fun.
This is a fun one.
Fun second half.
You'll
guys.
have a onside kick coming up. Do you go for 2 is the question.
Well, you know, why not, right?
Put you down by 3.
It's the only way that you get in within 3. If you don't miss it, it doesn't matter.
McGuire out of the gun for the 2-point conversion. McGuire going to take off.
There we go.
And he is in. 2-point conversion. Makes it a 3-point ball game with a minute and 27 seconds left here at the Panther Pit. Stay with us, fans. Onside kick coming up right after this.
Whenever you're ready.
Taxes for 25.
I think we got it.
Just let me get into character.
Really, it's just.
Taxes for 25.
By Jove, it's taxes for 25.
Taxes for $25.
At 1040.com, file your taxes online for $25. No complicated pricing tiers. Just one flat rate for everyone. State returns included.
Welcome back. Panthers able to recover the onside kick. We've got a little more football here at the pit if They're not, then this one's pretty much in the books.
Mike,
no timeouts left for the Panthers.
I'm sorry, George.
Go
Mike,
ahead.
you're a former quarterback. You made some observations there about Christopher McGuire in the second half.
Yeah, footwork's a lot better, a lot patient back there. And, you know, I call it the game slows down for the quarterback a little bit. You can see everything. It's a tough position. You got defenders coming at you, the blockers. And it looks like he has got the game slowed down. Footwork is good, and the ball is spinning a lot tighter this second half instead of that wobble.
Eric Munoz.
They're going to onside kick to the left side, guys.
It's in the air, on the ground. There's a fight for it. Who has it underneath? It's Franklin football.
My goodness.
My goodness.
Wow, wow, wow.
Grant Adams comes out of the pile with it. Franklin has possession with 1:27 seconds left at the Bearcat 48-yard line.
I want to tell you, this has been a lot of fun. We've missed this in our lives.
Yes,
we
absolutely.
have missed football in our lives. This is good stuff.
Here we go. Down 3. Just got to get into field goal range. Munoz already hit a 42-yarder. McGuire deep in the pocket. Going to be flushed out now. And he's going down.
Take it down. It's all right.
A helmet pops off of a Bearcat. He'll have to take a seat for at least one play.
That stopped the clock.
Yeah, it did. It stopped the clock. You're correct. Ellison Hunter going to have to head to the far side. The clock starts to roll now. Big loss. Going to bring up 2nd and 19. McGuire. Pocket holes. Pass complete. Pollock fights.
Looks like we got a face mask.
Flag comes in. That'll stop the clock. 59 seconds left. And Mike, special teams coach, put your hat on. What position on the field do you have to get into to have a realistic shot? Munoz has already hit a 42-yarder.
Yeah, in practice and so forth, around 40, 42 yards looks like his max. Got Coach Corbin talking to him right now, getting him ready. And he actually coached him up a little bit for that onside kick. So we need another good 20, 25 yards, and we got a shot, guys.
Got to get down to about the 30-yard line. 2nd and 7. McGuire rolling, firing. Pass was caught. Yes, it was, but he's going to be a yard shy of the first down.
Afraid we're going to bring that one back for a hold,
I
guys.
think Big Maddox got a little hole trying to protect his quarterback.
There was a flag. I'll tell you, with this brown turf, they may just need to throw, I don't know, green flags. We could see green a lot better than these yellow flags they're throwing.
But, you know, this turf down there, Coach Jay does a great job. And Mr. Lewis Penland Sr., you know, he's helped out the field many years with support and knowledge and financial help. Field's in good shape for this time of year.
Yeah, you peel back some of that turf and you'll find Lewis Penland's money underneath there because he's put a lot into it.
55 seconds left.
Screen.
And be caught by Klatt. Klatt takes off. Klatt about 3 yards shy of the first down. The clock's going to roll. We're down to 42 seconds. Going to bring up a third down. You got to get up to the line of scrimmage and run a play as quickly as possible.
I lost track of timeouts. How many we got?
None.
We're done.
1 for Hendersonville. McGuire going to pick up the first down and get out of bounds.
Good job.
At about the 37-yard line.
Good job.
24.9 seconds left. You're down to about the 30. They're going to mark it at the 36-yard line. So you've got to get another, I'd say, 10 yards to be in realistic field goal range to tie this game.
That's where that fleet-footed quarterback really helps, huh?
Yes, sir.
McGuire deep in the pocket. Goes over the middle. Has a receiver. It's caught. Pollock.
Oh,
touchdown!
my goodness.
Touchdown.
Are you kidding me?
Touchdown, Franklin.
Are you kidding me?
Place is going nuts.
He was wide open.
Are you kidding me?
Franklin has taken the lead with 17.8 seconds left. This place is going nuts.
It's just like Coach Josh said at halftime, wanted to work the middle of the field. Those are 2 post patterns for scores for the Panthers. 17 seconds left.
My goodness, guys. There is some stunned, dazed, and confused folks across the way.
Munoz for the extra point to make it a 4-point lead.
Wow. What a comeback by the Panthers.
31-27, your new score. The first time the Panthers have led the entire night comes with 17.8 left on the clock. What a game. My goodness. These guys were dead to rights with about 6 minutes left in the third quarter, trailing 24-3 if you just joined us.
2.5 minutes to go. I was giving a concession speech talking about good effort. Now, we got 17 seconds to go here, so we got to take care of business, buckle down 17 more seconds, and give ourselves a chance to. I'm telling you, this has been a mugging. We have absolutely, but again, the content of the speech doesn't change, Mike. We never quit.
No.
We never quit.
Kept fighting and, changed the game plan a little bit, put it in the air, got Chris around the corner, quarterback with some speed, and then worked the middle of the field for 2 scores there. This place is going nuts down here. Everybody's focused.
Coronavirus pandemic rolls around to the picture here. Everybody's standing in the Panther pit here as Munoz gets set to kick it away.
Oh, beautiful kick.
Peterkin
Stay in
at
your
the
lane.
10. 15, Peterkin to about the 30-yard line. 11.9 seconds left. So you've got about, probably if you're Hendersonville, 3 plays. You've got to score a touchdown. Field goal does you no good.
Rush 3 and drop 8. He sent somebody back down here at the end zone.
What a wild night. March football at its finest here at the Panther Pit. Gosnell out of the gun, and they'll spread it out. Now he's directing traffic. Got to get Peterkin to come in a little bit. Wide to the top of your screen. Gosnell got to be flushed out. Ball went in the air. It was received.
This is it.
That's it. What a comeback. Epic comeback here at the Panther Pit. Franklin wins their second game here in the spring, trailing 24-3 at one point. Defeats the Bearcats 31-27.
That's unbelievable. That's unbelievable. And I think right now this yeah, they're deciding to keep the 2 teams separated. That's probably the best thing. It's we got high definition cameras and quite honestly the finest commentators around. But if I can tell you this, that second half had a lot of drama built into it. Between the players, between the coaches, you sometimes can't see all that at home, and we try not to speak to it too much. But lots of emotion.
We have a few of our Panthers pointing at the scoreboard like they were doing us going off the field.
Just wanted to make sure. I mean, look at that. If you're at home, you're looking at that shot. That is a huge scoreboard.
I've been around the Panthers 20-plus years. That's the best comeback I've seen. What'd you say, down 24-3 with how much left in the third, Brian?
It was 24-3 after a Jalen Gaines touchdown. 4:46 to go in the third quarter. Down 3 touchdowns. My goodness. What a comeback.
They'll celebrate in the end zone. The cheerleaders have made their way over. There'll be a lot of happy Panthers. And I tell you, we talked about it last year as they celebrate in 2019, how young and inexperienced. Not many seniors on last year's team, not many seniors on this year's team, and how the swings of emotion can affect you in a game like this where you were dead to rights. Nobody gave you a chance. I'm sure we had a lot of folks that just said, I'm going to go to bed.
Well, I mean,
watch it tonight. Come back and defeat a Hendersonville team that I know a lot of folks didn't think Franklin had a chance in this one.
Well, I mean, we went through the first quarter, guys, again with 3 points. With 3 points.
Offense was inept.
Absolutely. We couldn't get the corner. We couldn't get that step after the catch. The hole closed on us so quick. And then all of a sudden in the second half, and I tell you, we're going to have to probably we'll speak to somebody being a player of the game or something, I'm sure. But there were a lot of great individual efforts tonight.
Absolutely.
And I can think of 3 or 4 right now that are worthy of talking about.
Absolutely. And Mike was down there. Sometimes after wins, you get folks that never talk, and they just want to talk up a storm. But I don't think anybody wants to talk tonight. They just want to go and celebrate. So we're going to wrap things up from the Panther Pit. I tell you, I don't know if we'll be able to follow this one up.
Man.
Here in the spring season. 2 games left here on FPSN that we'll be broadcasting. The Panthers go on the road. What a shot in the arm. First conference win, their second of the season. Head to Brevard next Friday night, then head to East Flat Rock, take on the East Henderson Eagles. Those games will be broadcast, but not here on the Franklin Panther Sports Network. Next week on BHS Athletics YouTube page. That'll be free. The NFHS Network, the pay-per-view site. Subscription is required to view that game on March 26th, I believe, against East Henderson. And then back here at the Panther Den to round out the season. My goodness, hopefully you have enjoyed our broadcast as much as we enjoyed bringing it to you. Thanks to Christine, to Philip, to Clinton, all involved here at FPSN. For Mike Wood and Byron McClure, I'm George Young. So long, everybody.
C12, take one.
Welcome. All of us here at Drake Software are so happy that you're here with us today.
The Drake Software Education Team is hard at work preparing for the 2019 Update Schools.
Welcome to Tax and Subjects Podcast. I'm Ryan Norton.
Hey, and welcome to Taxes and Tacos. My name is Paul.
And I'm Sue.
Call me today so we can make you part of the Drake family. Real people, real solutions, Drake Software.
Choose Frontworks to save time, staff, and you this tax season.
Franklin sits in Macon County. Within Macon County, we have the Nantahala National Forest, which is roughly 500,000 acres of a pristine environment for you to get out and play.
We are Highlands Aerial Park, and we love Macon County.
There's plenty to do and memories to be made in our little mountain town. We hope you enjoy your stay in Franklin with your pup.
So we're ready to go. All right. Well, hello. Oh, goodness, I'm already off to a bad start.
Sticking this landing? Not so simple.
Allie Roots Jr. Bathing suit check and on the soft floor.
Hi, everybody, and welcome in to another night of Franklin Panthers football.
Yeah!
Yes, pass complete.